So let us go live. Whew! And we are going to do some SSF Delirium Hardcore. That is what we are doing. Delirium Solo Self-Found. That's what we're doing. Let's see how many characters I can rip today. We're doing two things today. Thank you so much for joining us on stream today, by the way. Thank you for watching us. If you are watching the video on demand, you can, of course, drop us a comment, leave us a mention down below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. I'll do my best to pay attention to chat, but since I'm going to be playing hardcore, I may do less of a good job paying attention to chat and more of a good job paying attention to your comments in the video on demand. So typically what I like to do is I like to play every other league hardcore. This league, because the guild has been growing leaps and bounds and so many players wanted the bank to come back, and I thought I wouldn't have time and effort to put into a hardcore character, I decided to go back-to-back with softcore leagues. I just came off of a softcore league in Metamorph, and I decided, what the hey, we'll do another softcore league because there aren't that many G3 guildies that like to play hardcore. And yeah, so now we're, over a month into the league officially. I've got several different characters that are in good spots for testing different things that I want to test in Delirium. And I thought, what the hey, it might be fun today to mess around in hardcore solo self-found. And I was debating whether or not playing in hardcore trade league. And ultimately, I just settled on doing hardcore solo self-found because I thought, you know what, trade league probably isn't that populated right now anyway. And so I would much rather just try solo self-found and see how it goes. So we are live today with some solo self-found hardcore Delirium League. And whenever I rip or we beat an act boss, I will be doing some POB helps for people. So that's the plan. So we'll be doing POB help, plus we'll be dying a whole bunch in hardcore Delirium solo self-found. That's the plan. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how well I stick to it. I don't even have a build picked out for this yet. I don't even know a character that I should be playing at this point. So stay tuned and watch some rips and some terrible decision making by one of the oldest gamers on the planet. The boomerest of boomers. What should our tagline be? Whether you want to see G3 Iron on the brink of tears or want him to help you with your POB. You can be sure both will happen today on stream. Oh, Lamau. Okay. There we go. Let's go add some emojis, as we've told our buddies on Discord that we are now live. As we say every time we go live, if you don't add emojis to it, the millennials don't know you're trying to communicate with them. They're using some kind of alien frequency, Captain. We have no idea what they're trying to say. They're trying to say, come hang out and enjoy the stream. Also, what character should I pick, huh? What kind of character should we build? What sort of character should we build, guys? What sort of character class? I've already played a whole bunch of different stuff in softcore. Tobias says, how do you decide which POBs to review? I look at them and then I say, hey, we're going to do this one. Generally, I try to look at them in the order that they came in. That's the goal. Albezus, what's up? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking me how I'm doing. How are you doing today? Loderick, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the well wishes in hardcore. Let's go watch and see how many times I die today. Okay, so there's a couple of things going on. I've already played a Necromancer in Softcore. Already played both a Hierophant and a Guardian in Softcore. Already played a Champion in Softcore. So I'm probably going to play either a Shadow or a Ranger or a Juggernaut or a Scion. I actually don't have that many Scions. How many Scions do I have in Standard League? That's actually a good shout out. Who said that? Jian Chin Lim? That's a good suggestion. How many Scions do I have? Do I have one? One Scion. I think I only have one Scion in Standard. I think I've got 3 from every other class except for Scion. If I'm counting that right. This is what hardcore players do, by the way. We don't actually play the game. We try to talk about all the other conversation pieces that we can talk about in order to not die in hardcore. So I'm just getting into a hardcore frame of mind right now. So we've got Marauder. I think we've got all 3 Marauders, right? 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3 Marauders. Duelist, there was 1, 2, 3. So I've got both Duelists. What about Shadows? 1, 2, 3. What about Witches? Yeah, I've got plenty of Witches. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got plenty of Witches. 4. I've got 4 Witches over there. Uh-oh. I got to delete some of these. In fact, why do I have a level 86 Witch? I have 2 Necromancers, that's why. 191, 196. Okay. That's funny. What about Rangers? Yeah, Dewey, do you guys have phones? And then Talea. Okay. Yeah, so I've got Rangers. I've got Shadows. I've got Templar. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and my highest level Templar is actually going to come through here at the end of the league, so I can get rid of Templar Draconis. Let's actually go delete that character real quick. This is what hardcore players do, guys. We sign on to Standard and we delete old characters, so that way we have room to make new characters that die. Oh my goodness! Look at all this stuff that's on this guy. This must be a hardcore character. He's wearing a Carcass Jack. What does he even have on him? How can I delete this guy when I don't even know what he's got? Okay, I guess I won't delete this guy for now. What is this guy's tree? What was I playing? Why am I over here on Divine Judgment? Is this a brand build? Oh, this is a brand build. This is Armageddon brand. That's right. Okay, we'll leave him be for now. I think I've got enough character slots. I can still go create some characters. So basically, the only character that I'm short on is actually the Scion. See, I've got 2 more here. I already deleted my champion from this league, from Delirium League. There we go. All right, let me hear what you guys think in chat. What do you guys think? Gian has said Scion. I can tell you already, I'm not going to do a Witch, and I'm not going to do a Templar. I've already played, and I'm not going to do a Duelist. So basically, we're looking at these 4 in the middle. That's what we're looking for. I will happily do a hardcore stream with your guys' input on what we should play today. I am happy to do that. I am happy to make this as interactive as possible up until the point where I die. At which point it won't be interactive anymore because I'll just 100% blame it on you guys. That's... Lies, you have no gladiators? I've got a gladiator. Look at this. I've got a gladiator. Where is he? Right there. Glad Draconis. Right there. Right there. Glad Draconis. Level 91. Look at that. Got a gladiator. Alright, so what should we build here? We're not building Duelist. We're not building Witch. We're not building Templar. Daniel says Berserker. Michael says, have you done Animate Weapon? Yes, I messed around with it on Softcore. I was impressed with it. That was my one-word summary. I was impressed with it. It was actually pretty fun. I could see how you could push it for some really good clear speed. Double Strike Berserker, says Daniel. Tobias says something melee, so that would go with the Double Strike theme. So this is what I'm asking for, guys. I'm not asking for you to pick a build right now. I'm saying pick a character. Pick a character. Let's use our ears. Pick a character. Scion, man, more Scions. Pavel says Scion. Carlos says Scion. Steve said conversion traps. Scion. Jobo says I'd say Scion. It's different. Okay. What are the Scion percentages right now? How low are they on PoE Ninja? Let's go take a look. Hardcore solo self-found Delirium. Ascendant's actually pretty high up there. 2%. 2%. I only have to make it to level 80 to get featured on the PoE Ninja for solo self-found hardcore. Really? Level 80 is all you gotta hit? That doesn't seem right. Okay, let's see if you guys can see this. This is the breakdown. Here we go. Where is this? There we go. Can you guys see this? Here's the breakdown all the way at the very, very top above my balding forehead. Whoops. Can you guys see that? Solo self-found hardcore Delirium. Looks like Gladiator is the top spot. Then Hierophant, then Necro, then Trickster, then Champion. Wow, that is a big drop-off after Champion. From Champion, it just drops down to 5%. And frankly, it's a big drop-off after Necromancer. That's really interesting. So it is solo self-found, so we're just going to be crafting our own stuff. Cowsad says Shadow. Michael Brown says roleplay as the bald man. Yeah, I've already played a Hierophant and a Guardian this league. I'm not going to play another Guardian. Or I'm not going to play another Templar. Marcelo says, I'd also like to see a Scion. Cowsad says, okay, I changed mine to a Scion because she can build anything. Okay. All right. Let's go Scion. Let's do it. How many are Scions? There's only, what, at level 87 is what you got to get to? We got to get to level 87 to have our build featured on PoE Ninja. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. For name, we should say Dumbest Draconis. There we go. Are you willing to lose your character to lag? I'm willing to lose them on the Twilight Strand. I'm willing to have that happen. It will most likely happen, actually. Okay, so there's a couple of things that need to happen here. First off, we're going to need to go all the way over here. And rather than saying super strict, we're going to need to go, there we go. We're going to need to go super duper not strict. What else? We're going to need to move these over here, these over here. Anything else that I want to do? Move this here, skip all tutorials. What? She starts out with Spectral Throw, doesn't she? I think that's what the Scion starts out with. We'll see how many characters we can rip today before I just get tilted and say I'm done. Alright, always attack without moving. Now, one of the most important parts about playing hardcore is that you play smart. So definitely proc as many zombies as you can on the very first beach. I'm kidding, guys. I'm not going to play this paranoid the entire time. Just most of the time. Just most of the time. I'll play this paranoid. Oh, this is the secret XP ledge. Look at that. Get some more XP going up that way. All right, shout out to anybody in chat who's actually played hardcore solo self-found this league. This is my first attempt at it for this league. Oh, look at that. Now we got Onslaught. Oh man. We're going to be cruising through. Look at this. We got Onslaught in here. We're going to be cruising through here. I don't even have a movement flask yet. Like, I haven't even created a mule character. This is going to be bad. Maybe we'll go with a spectral throw Scion. We'll use all of the stuff that we find from the get-go. All right, let's take out Hillock. Hillock, you can't kill me, dude. I've already got a helmet on. How are you even going to fight me? Let's farm for Onigoroshi. Should we do that in hardcore solo self-found? There goes my sanity for the next 24 hours. Oh, man. I actually did farm for an Onigoroshi back in the day. But that was a long time ago. That was when it first came out. So whenever that was. Man, her mana regen is atrocious. If I do I actually have to kite him? Yeah, I have to kite him a little bit. Look at my damage. My damage is atrocious. Come on, mana regen. What am I up to? 14. Come on, spectral throw, get him. Oh, look at that. Already level 2. We got a crude bow already. We're picking up all this stuff, by the way. All of this is useful to us. All of it. 110%. Simple robe. Look at that. 3 to maximum life. Yes, please. Whew. Can't wait for you to reach innocence. Oh, man. I almost always rip to innocence at least once a hardcore league. I just make some stupid mistake and down I go. Alright, so depending on what uniques we get, it's really gonna shape how we actually play this character. I think what we want to do, we could go life regen and then come down here. We could also go melee physical. That's a lot of passive points to respec. I think what I want to do, right, is I want to get as many cluster jewel nodes as possible because I'm a scion. So give me those extra passive points. Go grab some cluster jewels and then do something just ridiculously stupid with that. The question is whether or not I'm going to go with minions or not. Because minions are so safe in hardcore. Minions or ranged spells. Ranged homing spells. Maybe like SRS or animate weapon. I think we're going to go grab regen. We're going to grab life and grab regen all through here. And then we'll come back around, fill in the Scion life wheel. Because that gives us what? Through like the first act or two. Alright, let's go get the medicine chest. Oh, we could use lightning tendrils. Split arrow? Oh man. That would just make us so strong. Can you actually use this with spectral throw? Can you use claws with spectral throw? Let's actually find out. I actually don't know. Yeah? Interesting. Split arrow? Sure, let's go level that up as well. Even though I can't use it. Alright, what's up, Walder? You gotta peace out. Stay safe, my man. Life is hardcore, so stay safe. Raph says, I farmed Onigoroshi 3 times. You get used to it. Marcelo says, I'm trying Volatile Dead Spellslinger. And so far been cruising. Sounds good. Oh man, we just found some wisdom scrolls. That is where it's at. The unique monster that's actually over here, I think, is pretty deadly. So I'm actually gonna have to be careful. She can fire a whole bunch of stuff at you, and then you ignite, and then down you go. Should I mess with the Delirium this early on? I don't think so. Well, it is SSF, right? So I could potentially drop a unique that would be super duper helpful. I could also lose my entire character, all 2 levels of my character. Oh no! No, I think I'm going to take the classic hardcore approach to the league mechanic and not touch it, at least while I don't have like mobility skills even. What if I actually inadvertently fall in love with spectral shield throw or spectral throw? What if that actually becomes a thing? If I'm like, oh man, spectral throw is so good. Why would I ever play a summoner again when I could just run around and throw my weapons at people and have them boomerang back to me? There's a 3-link right there. Yeah, I'll mess with the Delirium mechanic once I actually have some mobility skills. Because then you can like flame dash or lightning warp or dash away and then click on the end league mechanic button. You at least have a little bit more flexibility. Or rather, you can click the end league button and then flame dash away from like the red blobs and stuff as they chase you down. It at least gives you a bit more survivable options. Whew. All right, when do you guys think I'll first rip this character? That's the next question. You don't have to tell me like what monster. Just let me know what you think, what act you think I'll die in. How about that? Just let me know what act you think I will lose my first character. Oh, I'm regenning. Oh, not enough. I'm regenning a little bit. Very nice. What do we got? Small. Oh, there's a shield. Anything else? Oh, here's a ring. We don't have a ring yet. Anything else that I want to use here? Oh, requires level 5 for crying out loud. Why can't you let me use it at level 3? Come on, man. Look at me. I'm a killing machine. I'm a killing virtuoso. I'm an ARPG demigod. Look at this thing. You just throw out Spectral Throw and you just run away. Look at that. We're already level 4. See, the game was trying to taunt us, say we were going to die. Not going to die yet. All right, let's go back here and then we'll port back to town. Actually, I already have this waypoint, right? Go back to character selection. Hey, maybe today is the day I'll drop a Mirror of Calandra in Solo Self-Found League, right? That'd be pretty funny. Oh, should we do poison? We could poison with Spectral Throw. Oh, we could do Summon Phantasm. Those are pretty fun. They're terrible for bossing, though. I need to be thinking about bossing. Because Brutus is a pretty tough boss. When you got nothing on your character, Brutus is pretty tough. I might have to farm the ledge for like an hour or two. You never know. So we can swap out lesser poison support for onslaught support once we get to Brutus. That is another life flask. All right, so we have a shield for when we need it. This is good. This is good. This is a great start. I could not have asked for a better start. I have a couple of items and I'm level 4. Oh, Cowsid thinks I die in Act 1? Come on, Cowsid. Jabo says Act 4, maybe 5. Raph says Act 6, Mudflax. Marcelo says at Relikesh. Yeah, Act 8 Deodre can be a bit of a punk. See, this is interesting because now, like in SSF, it's a completely different game in terms of the economy, right? Everything I pick up now, I'm just going to think about how I can use it. Like, how will it be beneficial to me? As a use as opposed to as a trade. Which is most of the time what I'm thinking about. Man, look at the damage on this. I'm doing some good damage here. Not good enough damage that I'm gonna tap that mirror yet, but you know I'm doing some damage. I think it's EK is the one that you can fire in a Nova, right? And then you don't have to just be lining enemies up with spectral throw. I think that's what I'm talking about. Rainbow says pro players get to Act 10, Kitava, and SSF in 5 minutes. You're right. Oh, man. Just another reminder that I am absolutely atrocious at this game. It is a good reminder, though. A solid reminder. Thank you, Sam. My boomer is showing. My boomer gamer skills are showing with how slow I am. I almost always, whenever playing hardcore, I almost always over-level in a zone. I almost always over-upgrade my character. I'll be wearing stuff that most people could get away with in red maps, and I'm still in white maps. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready yet. Also, you'll see hardcore players who actually know what they're doing. They're totally comfortable pulling up the passive tree while they're out in the wild. Me, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. There we go. All right, we got what? That's 1% of life regenerated per second is what we're at now. Essentially. Man, the range on Spectral Throw is actually not that great. I get that it's a melee skill, but feels like it's a pretty far stretch for it to not go that far. Then again, maybe it's because I'm playing on my stretch screen. I don't know. Alex says, anything related to porcupines is going to kill you in hardcore? Nah, I'm going to try to build my character so that way we've got 90% physical mitigation. Porcupines do nothing when you got 90% phys mit. They really don't. They do almost nothing at all. So we will run like determination as soon as we can. Maybe I'll go out of my way to just go get a bunch of nodes that reduce mana reservation. I'll basically play like a self-support build. A bunch of aura skills. Won't be a guardian though. I'll be a scion. Maybe I'll do that with some minions. Self-support my minions. That's kind of what I was doing over in softcore with my necromancer. Running a whole 1 or 2 or maybe even 3. Yeah, I think I was running 3 at the end of it. 3 different auras, which were all pretty handy, and then supporting them with Awakened Generosity. It was pretty good. It wasn't world beater or anything, but it was pretty fun. Also, speaking of world beater, how about those new specters, huh? About those Redeemer, are they called Redeemer sentries? They use bows and they freeze everything. And you can support them with GMP or LMP, maybe both. Their clear is pretty fantastic. Alright, so most of the time when I'm leveling in a softcore league, you'll see me rush through this zone because who cares about the skill point? Who cares about the XP? You just want to rush through it and get the passive point because you always want to go, go, go. But in hardcore, it's like, nope, I'm level, what, 6? This is a level 6 zone, so this is appropriate difficulty for my character. And hopefully my character will survive. Because it's not all about zoom, zoom, go, go in hardcore SSF. It's all about stay alive, stay alive. Don't die. Oh boy. Is that a 3-link? That's a 3-link green chess piece. Let's do that, because then we can actually swap in our Spectral Throw with Onslaught with lesser poison. Oh, baby! I could also be using this shield, which will give me some more... Yeah, that gives me some juicy HP. So I'm using a Claw right now, which is giving me life gain on hit. Oh, I've got such a good build coming together already, guys. You're going to see this out the tops of the charts in PoE Ninja pretty soon. Just give me about 3 weeks. You'll see it up there. Oh, Superior Glacial Hammer. That's good. That could be a GCP right there. That's a component to a GCP. A Gem Cutter's Prism. Man, it is so weird to go from like a level 96 Guardian to just one tap in tier 16s to level level nothing Scion. Ah. It was fun, though. I enjoy it. Almost as much as I enjoy the dead ends. Oh, the worst are haste buff? Yeah. You talking about on porcupines, when porcupines have haste buff and they chase you down? I actually like running haste with pretty much all of my minion setups. If you can squeeze it in, I mean, it's a 50%. It's 50% reservation. It's no joke, but it's a lot of quality of life. All right, where is that old granddaddy crab? Here he is. Let's poison the granddaddy crab. Dweller of the deep. You killed a granddaddy crab! My regen is almost out regenning these guys. Not quite. Almost, though. Oh, watch for that big hit. Yikes. Yikes. We're not going down to the granddaddy crab. Might go down to his army, though. Here we go. Let's grab some more junk. Alright, let's go back to town. Jobo says, how long are you planning on streaming today, G3 Iron? Love the leveling streams you do. Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad you enjoy it. Most people hate when I'm actually playing games. So I appreciate the kind words from you. No, I'm kidding. I don't get that much negative feedback when I'm playing. But you would be surprised. Maybe you wouldn't. All right. Vigilant Strike, Bear Trap, or Frost Bomb. I think we want the Decoy Totem. Dash, Steel Skin, or Frost Blink. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that it actually increased depending. It actually increases the cooldown depending on the type of units that are actually inside Frostblink. I did not realize that. What I should do is I should mule a witch, so that way I actually have like some minion spells to use here. Because I don't think I have a single minion. Oh, no, I do. Never mind. I'm full of crap. There's SRS right there. Summon Phantasm. Animate Weapon, baby. Raise Zombie. There we go. Where's my dash ability? There's my decoy totem. There's my zombies. For the sake of survival, Frostblink? Yeah. Okay, anything else that I want over here? Maybe do Steel Skin? Maybe do Shrapnel Ballista? Do the Ballista build? Yeah, we could try that. Cobra Lash. Fires a poisonous projectile based on your weapon that will chain between enemies. Requires a dagger or a claw. I've actually never messed around with this. 40% chance to poison on hit. Chains 3 times. Let's mess around with this a little bit. Let's throw that into Spectral Throw. It says it chains, right? Therefore, that means it's good. All right, let's go see what that can do. Go back to the submerged passage, go through the ledge, kill Kaduko. Not Sudoku, Kuduko. All right, so what does this look like here? Here we go. That and that. Anything else I want to do? I don't think so. That's a pretty long flippin' cooldown. It does actually chain. Okay, that kind of feels good. That feels better. I can tell you right away. That feels better than Spectral Shield Throw. I didn't say that. Whew. The chance to poison seems pretty good, but I think I'm killing stuff with crits or just naturally hitting there. They're all poisoned. Interesting. All right, those of you who are Cobra Lash veterans, what do you guys scale it up with? Do you guys go daggers or claws? Daggers, claws, and then you go to the atrophy wheel for a whole bunch of chaos damage over time. I like the way how it bounces. It's like a melee weapon-based version of Arc almost. Just because it chains. Like that's all I'm referencing there. Although it bounces, visually it appears more like it's actually bouncing between objects. Whereas Arc just appears like it's leaping from object to object. It doesn't seem like it's bouncing. Claws are what you guys use? Okay. Well, that's what I'm using right now. Is that just because claws can roll better poison damage on them? Alright, let's see what we get if I touch this mirror. Let's see if I rip my character already. I've got 173 HP. I'll probably rip this character, right? Armor scraps, I'm going to need those. Oh, wow, I'm already lagging. Yikes! Let the lag excuses begin. Hey, that's a big dude. He's going to puke on me. Get away. Look at the clear speed! And by look at the clear speed, I mean look at the non-existent clear speed. We're done with Delirium. That was going to kill me already. Jeez. These guys were getting spooky. Look at that, a rare quiver is what we got off of that. Oh, man. It's pretty good. Getting some good drops here. Alright, here we go. Level 6, level 7? Is that where we are? We finally reached the Scion Life Wheel. So now we can pick up most of the nodes in the Scion Life Wheel without ever having to make a decision about what kind of character we are actually going to play. And that's good news. Because I may make it to Act 9 today and still not decide what I'm going to play. We'll find out. I feel like it takes at least 3 hits to kill with this claw. It's probably more indicative of the claw than it is the skill. And, you know, it's indicative of the fact that I don't have anything on the passive tree yet for damage. What does SRS do to these guys? How does SRS interact with these guys? Does it go out and do some damage? Apparently low level SRS is okay. Alright. Maybe we'll just sit here and do some low level SRS. Hey now, you guys aren't supposed to be hurting me. Stop hurting me. Go get him, SRS. Where's Kaduko? There he is. Get him. Oh, watch out for that. Yikes. Alright, a second Iron Ring gives me a whole bunch more physical damage. Right? There we go. And we just got another passive point, so that's going to be another passive point into the Scion Life Wheel. You can't play a Scion and then not go into the Scion Life Wheel, right? Even if I go CI eventually, I got to at some point say that I did indeed touch the Scion Life Wheel, right? Will this actually kill with only 1 hit? Will that actually kill them with the poison? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's actually killing them with the poison. Especially not a magic pack. Yeah, magic pack, it's going to take more than that. All right, we've cleared the ledge. We did it! Carlos says daggers are better early. Or a wasp nest would set that off, says Daniel. Oh, okay. Too bad this is SSF. I just need to pray that a wasp nest will drop for me. It's a relatively common drop, I feel like, right? Oh, I could go bow user over here. Be pretty good. Why is it that Cobra Lash sometimes just does not connect with anything? Like it's almost like it goes through its target. I guess, is that what it's showing when you're not accurate? Like with the skill? Like if you actually miss with the skill, does it visually just fly through whatever it was that you were supposed to be hitting? It's kind of cool if it gives you that kind of level of visual feedback. Like, hey, you actually missed that attack. How do you know? Well, you can actually see the banana flew past everything. It's kind of an interesting little skill. It's way better than Spectral Throw. At least right now, I can say that is. Spectral Throw, I'd have to stand there and just keep throwing them. Be unacceptable. Maybe I go Righteous Fire Scion, huh? Yeah, all of my max resistances capped. Cap them at 90 and then just stack Righteous Fire. Go Scorching Ray. Oh, look at that. We got a rare sword. Oh, goodness. Go get him, SRS. What's my HP regen like? It's actually not great. Oh, goodness. Am I dead here? No, I'm not dead. Oh, I have raised zombie as well. What am I doing here? Why do I not have zombies raised? Oh, look at that. That's got life and lightning resistance on it. Ooh, sorry, Superior Wool Shoes. You guys are going by the by. I need 21 intelligence. I don't have any gloves. What the heck am I doing? What the heck am I doing? How could I not have any gloves? Like, what kind of person doesn't wear gloves? It's just a shame. Alright, drop a decoy totem. Get out as many SRS as we can. It seems like 6. 6 seems to be about the most is what we can get out at any one time for SRS. Also, we don't have enough intelligence, so I'm not going to be able to level up SRS, really. So that would be a problem. Wow, that's actually doing some damage to him. Alright, I'm impressed. There we go. Now we can talk to Navali. Woohoo! I might actually use silver coins in SSF. Probably still won't. But I might. But I might. That's the thing. I might. I have the option. Instead of just being like, oh, silver coins. I should sell these in bulk for Exalted. Alright, what level is that? That's level 10. So far, we're feeling okay. So far, we haven't died yet. No rips. What are we, halfway through Act 1? I'm not quite halfway through Act 1. In a rare but brilliant maneuver, we've decided not to die yet in hardcore. Man, I remember when I first started playing this game, and the very first time I was in this zone, I was like, oh, those necromancers are so awesome. They're just raising stuff from the dead. I want to do that. I want to be the necromancer that raises stuff from the dead. And then I started playing summoners, and basically it was love at first resurrection. Yeah, I like the homing nature of SRS, but I don't know if the Ascendance options for Necromancer are worthy of consideration. I know the Ascendant, like across the board, is already not looked upon very highly. but especially for the Necro. Like, if you're going to play a summoner, wouldn't you want all of the offerings and the levels that you can get? All of the aura bonuses that you can get off of actually being a necromancer? I don't, yeah. Whew. Don't take that love too far. Why? Dead people need to be loved too. Insert your best necromancer joke here. Yeah, I love that SRS homes and finds out bad guys. I've always loved that. But the fact that you're rooted in place for such an extended period of time, that's a part that I haven't always loved. You got to scale like a crap ton of cast speed in order to really make a difference. Am I not hitting these guys? Oh, I was bleeding there too. That was scary. I definitely don't have a bleed flask. I don't have any kind of flask. Not that's upgraded, at least. Yikes. What's my first unique gonna be? That's actually kind of interesting. Should I build around my very first unique that drops? Let that determine my build? At least for a while? Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea, right? If it's truly a build enabling unique. Like if it's just like a nice utility unique. Like if it was, I don't know, if it's a tabula, you can't be like, okay, well I'm gonna build around that. I mean, it's a tabula, so you can do whatever you want with it. Increase movement speed, that'd be interesting. Jabbo says, later on, Skitterbots linked with Infernal Legion helps kill things that are off-screen you in hardcore. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, but their mana reservation gets to be pretty ridiculous when you link them with stuff. At least from what I remember when I was testing out some Skitterbot stuff. But that was a while ago. That was when they first came out, so... I don't remember reading in patch notes that they had got you know, less reservation. Okay, so now we're on our way to kill Brutus. I'm probably going to die to Brutus. Let's think about this. I have 300 HP. I barely do any damage. I think the sword doesn't matter, right? Cobra Lash requires a dagger or a claw. Yeah, so the sword doesn't matter. Quiver doesn't matter either. Build around a flask, says Marcelo. Okay, then I'm going to play Pathfinder, I guess, huh? I'll be Pathfinder Scion. Ooh, a nailed fist. Adds 2 to 4 cold damage. Or mana regen. I think the mana regen's probably better for me. Decoy Totem, SRS. Yes, I'm checking every chest, by the way. Of course I am. And I'm popping barrels. What? Why? Are those like indestructible barrels? What's the deal there? Some tough barrels. Roll 1d4 barrel. Oh, our first Jeweler's Orb! We can try to two-link something. Frostblades. Oh, that might be interesting. A rusted hatchet. Look at this. We're just getting all kinds of upgrades. Orders of Protection. Give Our Lady Piety your absolute support. And watch her with absolute scrutiny. There is much to learn from the likes of the Inquisitor, the Umbra and the Soulless One. Oh boy. All right, are we going to get wrecked here? Is this where we get wrecked? Probably. Let's find out. Oof, that hurt. Oof, keep that decoy totem going. Keep that decoy totem going. Which is doing more damage? Are the SRS doing more damage, or is the Cobra Lash? I think the Cobra Lash is. Oof. I could be wrong, though. No, I think the Cobra Lash is actually doing more damage. Alright, where are your skeletons? Bring me your skeletons. There they are. Watch for the big slam. Whoop! Watch for the hook. Oh, speaking of big slam. Oh, there goes my decoy totem. Holy moly. Oh, there's the pole. I don't think I want to find out if I can just tank his hits. I don't think that's the way you're supposed to play in hardcore. I don't think that's the way to get your character onto the PoE list. Alright, we're getting there, though. We're getting there. Oh, goodness. Speaking of getting there. Got him down to what, 10%? Ah! I'm using up the last of my mana. Alright, we did it! Yeah! We're a legend in the hardcore solo self-found community. Killed Brutus on the first attempt. Look at that. I should go sell all this stuff. Cause I'm just filthy rich right now. Look at this. Look at how filthy rich I am. This goes here. Oh, there's a dagger. It adds lightning damage to spells. Doesn't seem that good. Oh, that's got 18 life on it. This has got 19. Let's take a look. Not as much armor. Oh, no, better armor, actually. No, wait, same armor. Same total armor. Better chance to avoid being stunned, but this has got 1 extra life. Man, that's just a bummer. Oiled vest, jade chopper. That's a bummer. Too much filth. Not sure I can take it. Yeah. No, I was going to pick all that up. I almost went back to town and sold all that. I just need the alteration scraps. This is hardcore solo self-found. We need everything. Every wisdom scroll we can get. We are going to hoard it and use it. Because I have no idea what kind of character I'm building right now. So I'm going to need all the regrets, all the identification scrolls. I'm going to need all the everything. Do we just want flat added damage? I don't think on a Cobra Lash that would do a whole bunch. However, I could do Spark. Where's Spark? There's Spark. It requires some more intelligence. But I could do Spark. Man, look at all these spells. Oh, there's Lightning Warp. There's Flame Dash. Ooh. So many options. Oh man, we should totally use Molten Shell. We're playing hardcore. We should be using Molten Shell. What else could I use? Orb of Storms. Devouring Totem. Oh, kinetic bolt. I could do a wander. That actually doesn't sound like that bad of an idea. I haven't done a wander yet this league. Wisdom Scrolls is like an exalt. You're right. Withering Step is a travel skill. It removes an existing elusive before granting a new elusive buff. Yeah, this is like the phase run that just gives you elusive. Sure, we'll take it. I'm secretly cosplaying as a shadow right now. I need 21 int to use that thing. Sam says, your stream is way delayed. Are you trying to prevent snipers from stealing your build ideas? Yes. Actually, I don't know why the stream is so delayed. That's a great question. On my end, there's no delay. There is no delay on my end. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's just YouTube is that slow or what. But yes, I need to make sure that nobody stream snipes us. That would be absolutely atrocious. It would be terrible. Look at how empty town is, by the way. Everybody always says like, "Oh, I can't even go to town. I can't load into town. There's too many MTX." And then look at this. There's 4 people in town playing a hardcore SSF right now. Oh man. All right, I've got an orb of transmutation. I don't have gloves yet. Let's fix that. Let's go see Tarkley and get some gloves. Oh, there's a chromatic, but I don't have a blacksmith's whetstone. No. All right, what kind of gloves do you have for me, Tarkley? Just some armor gloves? Those are terrible. All right, there's some scepters. Okay, let's go with these gloves. Let's make a magic. Look at that. Increased armor. Bada boom. Do I want to increase my cold resistance? Not right now. I'm going to need some intelligence at some point. Where am I going to pick up intelligence? I guess I could come up here and then for damage go grab elemental overload if I'm doing elemental damage. I won't get raised specters for a while. Zombies are pretty slow for clear speed. I guess I'm just going to use Cobra Lash right now. Cobra Lash is the way to go. Oh, Jobo, what did you say? Did you say LMP? You're saying LMP for Cobra Lash? Let's see if we can go buy it. It's not a bad idea. See if we can buy it. LMP is supportable for Cobra Lash. So we could put it in for what? We could put it in for Onslaught. I need more dex. Ugh. Alright, once I get some more dex, we'll throw that in there. LMP though, I like it. Then you can just throw out like a gazillion bananas all at the same time. You can tell these are still good bananas because they're green, they're not brown. Oh man, we'll see what you guys think of that one. See? Good bananas. That's how you can tell they're good. Once they go brown, you can just really only use them for baking. I'm doing almost no damage to the Burning Menace. The Burning Menace has killed me before in hardcore. He's no joke. I mean, look at this guy. He does damage. The Burning Menace. He's got an AoE slam. He puts Burning Ground degen. Look at this guy. I don't even know why I'm fighting him. It's hopeless. I'm ignited too. Purifying Flame. Is this a good spell? Let's find out. Let's pretend for a moment. Ooh, that looks cool. Oh man, the cast speed is so atrocious though. The cast speed on this is just... The AoE is good. The cast speed is atrocious. I mean, it does create consecrated ground, so that's nice. So you're just always standing on consecrated ground. But look at the damage. I mean, I'm not using anything for spells right now, right? I'm not even using a wand. Ooh, am I going to die here? I'm going to die messing around with Purifying Flame. Look at the atrocious damage on this. Okay. Where did my Cobra Lash? Granted, Cobra Lash is actually 3 linked. Purifying Flame is on 0 links. Same for SRS. Like I'm taking a dump on all of these various skills without actually setting them up for true skill usage. But that's my prerogative. Alright, we got a level. We're level 12 now. There's Piety closing off the way. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So we run over here. Anything good? Nothing good. Be nice if we could drop a second Quicksilver Flask. Because I'm just rushing through this content. I'm just devouring up Act 1 so quickly. You know, I really think I would have had like an under 10-minute time if I would have gotten a second Quicksilver Flask, guys. Oh, leather belt! Maybe it's a headhunter! Oh, a silver coin! Just what I've always wanted. It's the currency you deserve, not the one you need. Alright, so let's wear this. And let's wear this. That's a lot more life. There we go. Look at that. I've already got 400 life. I'm already 1/10 of what I need for like my endgame build. Come on. 10% of the way already. Feeling good. I probably should actually put this passive point into intelligence so I can skill level up a little bit. Because that would actually be really, really nice to do. To have some skills that actually did damage, you know. A rusted coif! I think I'll set him up. I think that's what I'll do. I'll level as a summoner using zombies, SRS, etc. with minion damage. And we'll go get... Should I come through here? Yeah, because this is the armor jewel node. So we'll come over here. And we'll come up and we'll grab Grave Pact. That's probably reasonable. That puts me pretty far away from intelligence, though. Which also up here Enduring Bond. Am I taking damage right now? Oh, I am. Oops. This is why you're never supposed to look at your passive tree while you're in the wild and hardcore. Alright, let's go up this way just for the sake of grabbing some intelligence. There we go. Can always respec it later. Come on, zombies. Go get in there, guys. Don't you realize what's at stake? Dude, if I had a second coral ring, Sam, I would be unstoppable right now. I would just run straight into Merveil's Cavern. I wouldn't even do the content in between. Wouldn't need it. Just be OP. I'd have what, like 420, 430 HP? Merveil's not taking me down with, what, 1% HP regen? And 430 HP? Nah, not going to die to that. I've yet to have a unique drop, though. So we'll have to see. Maybe I'll actually have to start interacting with the mirror. Maybe that's my problem. Did I have minion damage supports that were available to me yet? I don't think so. No, I do have minion damage. Okay. All right, so let's give Cobra Lash one last chance. If this is a really, really good dagger, it's not. Okay. So we can swap this. That gives me more life. Good. This is a 2 blue and a green. So SRS plus... I don't have faster attacks yet. That's Act 2. Alright, so for minion damage, I need Orbit Transmutate. Okay, so let's sell. That actually is a 3-link helm, so I want that. Whoops. That's a 3-link on the helm. That's exactly what we're looking for our SRS or for our zombies. I could actually put both of them in that same link as well. Alright, let's sell some of these. GCP, right? Oh my goodness. What are all these? GCP. That's what we're going to call that. And then here's our money tab. Got to drop all our money in there so that way when we lose this character... I mean, whenever we need to access it again. Alright, so we need a transmute orb. That's what we need. I should probably go do the fetid... What level am I? I'm already level 12. I'm already way past that, actually. This is like cheating. It basically is. I mean, the fact that I can use, what is it? SRS... and Cobra Lash and zombies, it's basically cheating. You're not wrong. Alright, don't touch the mirror yet. Let's go find what's her name as she's the All Flame. There we go. That's what I'm thinking about. I haven't leveled a character in like 5 weeks. I leveled 3 characters in like the first week of Delirium, and then I haven't leveled anything since. So if I'm forgetting the skill quests, that's why. It's actually been almost a month since I've seen this stuff. Alright, I think I just want to take back to town yellows and blues and turn them in for transmutes. There's a little bit of lag there. Am I going to die from lag? Oh no! Okay, which one of you said I was going to die in Act 1, by the way? I'm asking because if I succeed through Act 1, I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going to call you all out, so just be aware of that. But I'm also going to give you props for being willing to say you thought that that's what was going to happen. You know, you stuck by it. Even though you're going to be proved wrong, you stuck by it. A massive shrine. Look at this. I got 564 HP. Hey, where'd one of my zombies go? Why is he dying on me? Come on now, zombie. Large life flask. Holy moly. Alright, so I can come up here. This is a minion node, and this is a minion node. It's actually a whole bunch of mana. It's mana and minions. So then I could go MOM. That'd be kind of interesting. Again, I have no idea what the purpose of going Scion for that Ascendancy would be. For, like, summoners. I guess I could then restart my starting location up near the witch. That's one thing I could do. But again, why wouldn't I just play a witch? I want to do something crazy, like combine some really good defensive ascendancy, like Juggernaut or something, with another decent defensive ascendancy, like 2 defensive ascendancies. I'll get all my offenses from the cluster jewel nodes. Just let me get my defenses from my ascendancy. I want to never be stunned. I don't want to have to take, what is it, Unwavering Stance? Where is it down here? Yeah, I don't want to have to take Unwavering Stance, but eventually I do want to take Soul of Steel, right? Although I might not have to take Soul of Steel if I do choose to use the Purities as my way of dealing with resistances. Like if I just want to deal with the resistances by using the various Purities, I'll go up pretty high in terms of my total elemental resistances, so be pretty interesting. Zolo says, hey man, I watched your videos on the Herald meta and I just wanted to say it was really easy to follow, but at the same time very in-depth. Oh, thank you very much for saying so. Oh, am I dead? Am I dead? Is this the end? No, it's not the end. To quote Gandalf, it's just the beginning. Oh, that's very kind of you to say so, Zolo. Thanks so much for your kind words, mate. Tobias says Slayer plus Juggernaut, perhaps? Slayer, are you saying for the Life Leech? Is that what you're saying? And the Culling Strike, I guess? Jabo says Guardian Ascendant. Yeah, that would be hella tanky, right? I'm gonna actually have to go look up what different ascendancies are. Let's actually not put the cart before the horse. Let's see if this character makes it to Act 3 even before we worry about ascending. How about that? That's probably a fair point of consideration. Look at that chainmail vest. Look at this. We got a carved wand, carved wand. We're getting all kinds of good stuff here. Portal scrolls? Oh baby, look at this. We are just 2 thumbs up. All right, now what you want to do here is you want to run past Fairgraves because you're already halfway through the zone. Go get the waypoint and then come back. That's what I like to do, at least. You don't have to do that, but I like to do that. Cavern of Wrath. Okay, what are the ascendancy options? Let's pull up some POB here really quick. So for the Guardian gives you 25% reduced effect of curses on you. Auras from your skills grant 1% physical reduction to you and allies. Every 5 seconds regenerate 20% of your life over 1 second. You and nearby party members share power, frenzy, and endurance charges with each other. While there are at least 5 nearby allies, you and nearby allies have onslaught. So the only defensive bonus from that would be the auras give you 1% physical reduction. And curse effectiveness. Juggernaut, on the other hand, Juggernaut gives you cannot be chilled, cannot be stunned, 5% increased damage per endurance charge, gain an endurance charge every second if you've been hit recently, and then plus 1,000 to accuracy rating. That's not exactly like, out of this world either. Occultist is pretty good, isn't she? You can apply an additional curse, 10% increased effect of your curses, regenerate 1.5% of energy shield per second, cannot be stunned while you have energy shield. Yeah, so maybe I'll go CI and go Occultist. Oh, what about Gladiator? Gladiator does give 15% chance to block attack and spell damage, then plus 3 to maximum chance to block. And then you have 10% chance to blind enemies on hit with attacks. Then you get 25% more damage with bleeding. Huh. Just go like some massive block build. Daniel says Trickster. Cannot be stunned if you haven't been hit recently. Regenerate 15 mana if you've used a movement skill. I don't know, Daniel. Trickster doesn't seem very defensive. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, let's go back and deal with Fairgraves. I don't know. The extra passive points are for the use of the cluster jewels. So I'm gonna need to get those cluster jewels up and running, and determine exactly what cluster jewels I want to use, and then like how to craft them, how to farm them. Oh, look at that, a topaz ring. It's not every day a topaz ring drops for you. I got 2 chromatics here to sell. I got some other crap to sell. Alright, let's go tell this old pirate a thing or two. Oh no, we've been ambushed! I can't believe it! That dastardly pirate. Hey, we're actually up to what? Is that 9 or 10 SRS? Watch out for his spectral throw. His spectral throw actually hurts. There we go. Get poisoned, Fairgraves! Oh! Watch out for his spectral throw. It actually hurts. Because we have almost no mitigation. Alright, do I have a full inventory? I do. Let's raise some zombies. Do I have 4 yet? No, I don't. And away we go. I am the guy who built a Juggernaut Summoner the last time I played hardcore. It wasn't SSF, it was just a regular hardcore, but that just shows how committed I am to the to the Summoner way. Even when I'm not playing a Necro, I'm like, oh, how can I make this into a Summoner? Oh, there's Scorching Ray. We could do Scorching Ray because that would apply fire exposure, right? That would help SRS. That would help out our little SRS boys. Okay, can I buy minion damage at this point? Minion damage, and then Bone Offering is going to cost me 1 orb of transmutation. Because Bone Offering is really good. But that's, right now, it's actually not really good for me, though. I would have to go Necro in order to get that block chance. So maybe I go, okay, Necromancer is your offering skills also apply to you. Your offerings have 25% reduced effect on you. Minions deal 30% increased damage. Auras from your skills grant 2% increased attack and cast speed to you and your allies. If you've consumed a corpse recently, you and your minions have 30% increased aura effect. Or no, area of effect, I'm sorry. Aura effect would just be broken. So maybe I go Necromancer Gladiator and just go for like max max block. That could be interesting. Philip says, what build are you going for here? Philip, we have no idea yet. We are building it as we go. That's part of the fun of today. We are currently playing hardcore solo self-found. And so right now we're just having a wonderful old time. Looking at our options is what I'll say. Yeah, I think all of the rest of the attack stuff is going to be in Act 2. We need to get to Act 2 for all the rest of the attack stuff. Okay, so let's use Scorching Ray. So we'll use Scorching Ray and Decoy Totem. So Decoy Totem will actually pull the aggro. Scorching Ray applies exposure. There we go. That gives us some more mana and minion damage. What about, where's block on the tree? Block, 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 block. Okay, this is all block while dual wielding or shield wielding. It's attack damage, though. This is some block down here. Steel wood stance, staff attacks. No, I don't want that. Sanctuary. Block spell and block attack. That's what I would want. Yeah. 40% increased defenses from equipped shield. That's pretty good too. So I think we'll come along this corridor to come grab this large jewel socket. We'll come up here. We'll grab Sanctuary. That's all staff stuff. Yeah, that's like shield attack stuff. There's some more block stuff up here, right? Yeah. 6% chance to block spell damage while holding a shield. 60% increased energy shield from equipped shield. So basically, we'll do a tree that runs along. There are some. Marcelo says there are some nice evasion block notes on the shadow side. Is this what you're talking about? Deflection. Yeah, it's mostly. Oh, there's some block with the shield, but it's mostly on the left-hand side. I think I'm actually liking this. So we run our spine of the tree along the armor jewel socket to the left. We go up and we grab Sanctuary, and then we run it up here with a few nodes towards like Cruel Preparation. We'll grab Lord of the Dead maybe for some minion stuff. I don't need these nodes because we're not using a staff, but we'll go over here. This is good mana. We can grab MOM. And we can grab Arcane Guarding. And we can aim for like 60%-ish amount of block. And then if we want to, we can even go up to CI if we really want to. So we could go CI with block. This is increased elemental damage. This is something that I wouldn't want. I'd much rather come over here and grab the mana. So maybe the tree is like half over here with the Scion stuff and half over here. Maybe that's the option. Okay, Zolo says, hey y'all, making an assassin as my 4th character. I'm leveling right now and just wanted to know what everyone else used as an assassin. There you go. Yeah, grab a gold rim and a wanderlust. And away you go. Away you go, off on your adventure. I'm going on an adventure. To quote the great Bilbo Baggins, I'm going on an adventure. Yeah, so I like this like hybrid block concept. So we'll go with Necromancer to give us Bone Offering, and then we'll go with Gladiator. I'm open to other suggestions, by the way. I'm not married to this. I'm married to Mrs. Draconis. Iron Draconis is married to Mrs. Draconis. I'm not married to this block build, but block is really good. Guys, all of your stupid mistakes that you make in hardcore where you accidentally take a bunch of damage, you're just like, yeah, no, I don't want to take that damage anymore. I'll just block it. Look at the damage on our minions. Maybe I should be using skeletons here instead of SRS. Maybe that would be better. I don't think I get Convocation for a while, do I? I probably won't get it until I help Siosa in the library, actually, as a Scion. Maybe I get it before then? Is this a dead end? This is totally a dead end, isn't it? Not so far. Not so fast. I need more decks for this one, okay. This is totally a dead end. No? No, she's down here to the right. Maybe. Maybe. Oh my goodness. The slow! Leveling without Wanderlust. You appreciate how dangerous, how dangerous Freeze is as a mechanic. Sometimes when we're playing softcore, we forget about these things, you know? Sometimes we forget about just how powerful things like getting stunned or being slowed or being chilled like can really be. Man, these zombies have got like no tankiness whatsoever. They're such low levels. Actually, you know, I wouldn't mind going for like full-on block and playing melee. The trick with playing melee as a full-on block character is you're intentionally putting yourself in harm's way. Like a lot of the time. You could use something like, you know, not true melee abilities that clear off screen and stuff, but at that point, why do you need to block? Like, you're never going to get hit at that point. If you're truly just blowing everything up and off-screening, if offense is your plan for your defense, then you don't have to worry about much of anything. But if you're trying to build a character that's super tanky, because you want to be able to take a hit when a map boss, you know, fires an ability and you weren't prepared for it, or you weren't paying attention, you were looking at your phone. Not that that's ever happened to me. Alright, minions deal 10% increased damage. This is good. Oh. I wonder, I could actually go with the, if I'm just really paranoid about the whole getting stunned thing, I could try to farm like some Elder Boots and then roll Fortify, supported by Fortify on those boots. But those are like eye level 80 boots. That's not going to be for a long time. By that time, we're already on the leaderboard of PoE Ninja, right? Or close to it. Should I actually go for this essence? I should probably actually go for this essence, right? Yeah. It might actually be something that we can craft with. Let's get some SRS alive and ready. And there we go. The essence of woe is, which one is this? Spell damage or maximum energy shield. That could be helpful. I could roll ES on this. I could roll flat ES onto my coral ring. Let's upgrade this. Hey, that gave me 1 to maximum ES, but 7 to life. Thank you, Mr. Essence. That's what I'm talking about. Is she up here? This is going to be a dead end. This is going to be a very long dead end. I can feel it. No? Is she actually up here? Merveil. Oh, there's one dead end. Is this another one? Merveil. Oh, I found her, just like I just said. Ah! Alright, so I'm almost level 14. No, I am level 14. So I am over-leveled for this zone. Alright, so we should be able to kill Merveil. Let's see if we can kill Merveil. Or if we just instantly die here. Oh, that hurts. That cold damage actually hurts. A more than insignificant amount. There we go. I'm applying Scorch to her, right? Or I'm reducing her fire resistance. That's supposedly what we're doing. Hopefully making her burn up a little bit. So SRS convert their damage, and some of their damage becomes 50% of their damage becomes fire damage. So that was my thinking with the whole Scorching Ray thing was, hey, maybe we apply Scorch and make it easier for our SRS to do damage. Cobra Lash actually is doing better than all of my minions were when they were all up. That actually says something about the skill. I mean, they're only on a 2 link. This is on a 3 link, but one of the links is Onslaught, right? Like that actually says something. Oh goodness. That dropped us below 50% HP. That was spooky. Alright, can I summon some zombies now? Oh, she's screeching at me. Am I dead? No, I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. I think I could go for a walk today. Oh, there's another pillar. She's getting ready to screech. She resists elemental damage. Oh my goodness, that speaking of damage. Oh my. Oh my. I'm gonna die here, folks. Who said Act 1? Because they're gonna be proven right. Especially if I stand in the range of her screech for that long. For those of you who are going to say, well, just log out, Iron. No, I'm playing this right now with no logouts. Come on, if you can't beat Act 1 with no logouts in hardcore, then I deserve to die. Whoops. So she resists chaos and she resists elemental. Even when I still was applying the Scorch to her. That's just interesting. Oh, come on, Merveil. You are so low. You are Han so low. I have no mana. Get him, poison. There we go. Alright, level 15. It only took us 15 minutes, but we finally got Merveil. Alright, who was it who said I was going to die during Act 1? Who was it? I'm laughing in your face right now. Look at this. Now, when I die in Act 2, I officially will have not died in Act 1. Alright, so we said that we were going to look at people's POBs once an act. So I'm going to get us to our Act 2 waypoint. So what you can do is you can send me a PM on Discord with your POB link, your POB paste bin, and then what we'll do is we will load it up onto Path of Building and we'll take a look. So make sure that you have joined our G3 Discord. If you have no idea how to join our G3 Discord, it is down below in the video description. There should be a link. There should be a link down there that works, hopefully. I believe it's there today. Yesterday it wasn't working, so I had to go in and actually fix it. But there is a link to join our Discord, and on our Discord, my name on the members list should come up at the top side of it. It should just say G3 Iron. And I should probably like update my name or something to say like playing SSF or something. That's what I should do. Here we go. Change nickname. Let's do this while this Blood Chieftain is wailing on me. That's a good idea, right? While he's summoning some buddies to come wail on me, I should change my nickname on Discord. There we go. So send me your POB, and then I will choose one to take a look at, and we'll take a look at one whenever it is that my character dies, and we'll take a look at one for each act that we complete on the stream today. That's the way how we're doing it. It seems like an arbitrary enough rule, so sounds fun to me. Hopefully it's fun for you as well. Hopefully hanging out today is pretty fun for you. It is for me. So far, that was probably the slowest Act 1 I've ever done, and also a very entertaining Act 1. Oh no, it's Kalaf, the head staver. What if I died right here at the beginning of Act 2? Lamau. Oh, the memes. Peach says you're going to die to Act 4 Piety. Yeah, Act 4 Piety is no joke. I've actually leap slammed. I've actually lost a character in hardcore before trying to leap slam over her. Yeah, you don't actually leap slam over her. You leap slam through her. Electricise says, what build are you going for? We were just theory crafting that a few moments ago. We were thinking maybe something with Necromancer and Gladiator to go for max block. Something like that. So ideally, I want to use my... In a perfect world, I want to make it so that way I can fit all 3 purities into my build. Or a Saphel's frame, if that dropped for me. Or I crafted it, or whatever. Because I want as high elemental resistance as possible. And then go for as much block as possible. That's what I'm aiming for. Alex P says, G3 Iron, among all bosses, including endgame, which ones are the most overtuned? Alex, I'm actually going to ask you what you mean by overtuned. Can you just clarify that for me? Do you mean like overpowered, like, hey, this boss is too strong? Or do you think overtuned means too many mechanics? Are you saying that overtuned means that they have been like overly suppressed and are just super duper easy and they need a revamp? So can you define what you mean for that question? And then hopefully I can take it from there. All right, let's take a look here at our buddy Electricized. Let's let him know that we're going to take a look at his POB. And then let's go over here, swap to my POB screen. Ta-da! All right, let's import this build. So this is from our buddy Electricized. Let's take a look at what he says. He says, his questions are, how would you improve this build? Namely on survivability and possible single target DPS increases. Also thoughts on the tree and what I should put some points into. This is an ice shot barrage build. All right, so let's take a look. This is a level 87 tree is what it looks like. Why does it say you're level 87 but only 104 points? Is that 13? Can I just not count? Have you not done all your quests? Oh, no, it's not counted down here. Okay, that's what it is. There we go. Now your passive points are correct. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. You went with a Deadeye. So, of course, you went with Gathering Winds. Then you came up and grabbed Far Shot. Then you went over and grabbed Ricochet for more chain. And then you went and you grabbed Endless Munitions. Okay. So far, that all looks good. The only thing that you might want to swap out here is on some people like Fast and Deadly for attack speed and projectile damage. But most of the time, people want to grab Endless Munitions. So I think this actually looks very similar to a couple of my Magic Find trees for characters that are using either Tornado Shot or Ice Shot. For your bandits, you went Alira. Yep, I see that up there in the top left. This is a pretty standard crit Ice Shot build. Or crit bow build, basically. This is pretty standard. Like, I'm looking at this. This could be the same tree as what we were looking at 3 years ago. Not quite 3 years ago. 2 years ago for Tornado Shot for Magic Find. It's all very, very similar. Okay. So I'm looking at a couple things already. Electricise says, yeah, this character was originally a Magic Find build going for full gear, Ice Shot, Arborix, and Void Fletcher. Okay. So let's check a couple of things here. First off, I'm going to come over here and take a look at our Ice Shot build. Where is it? Where did I move it to? There's an Ice Shot Barrage Magic Find build that I almost always reference whenever I'm looking at Ranger trees like this, because the build guide creator actually does a good job of updating it pretty much every league. Nope, that's not it. I think I actually messaged this person a while ago, so let's see if I can find them. Yeah, Danka. Here we go. Go to forum posts. No, that's the Caustic Arrow one. Is this the right? No. No, this isn't the right one. I really wish I would have had this saved. I thought I had it saved under my PoE builds folder, but I guess not. Okay, enough looking for it. We're just going to wing it. To quote the wacky Bill O'Reilly, F it, we'll do it live. Okay. So, a couple of things here. First off, coming down and grabbing the cold damage nodes. These are good. However, there are some notables that you may want to take a look at. So I'm pulling these up now so we can look at them together. This, by the way, is the Delirium notable chart. It is loading. I am putting it in the live chat. So those of you who are watching the replay, I will put it in the video description, so that way you can access this. This is just a very helpful notables document for Delirium keynotes. So if you ever want to look up and have a searchable document in order to go and look up all the different keynotes, you can do that via the linked document. So a couple of things here. If we are going for, where is it, freeze? That's the Herald build. There's Blast Freeze, which is 20% increased cold damage, and then freezes you inflict spread to other enemies within a radius of 12. So if you're looking to freeze and then essentially shatter everything, that's an option. And then, yeah, here is it. Calamitous, which is on a small, this one's on the small notables. 30% increased elemental damage with attack skills, 10% chance to freeze, shock, and ignite, 15% increased effect of non-damaging ailments. So like chill or freeze, right? So those are some options for you if you're just looking for freeze stuff. And one of them is, this one's on small. This one is on medium or small for blast freeze. So that's two options for you if you already want to be looking at some cluster jewels. Whoops, that's looking at PoE. We want to be looking at POB. So that's some options down here. Also, on your tree, this is like the classic setup up here with the Lionized Falls, and then you come and you grab the claw stuff. You can come and grab the Soul Raker and come all the way around if you really want that life and that mana. Your life pool is not that big. It just isn't, right? Electricize, it just straight up isn't. The life leech is probably less important to you than the mana leech, just because if you actually do get hit with this build, you're probably going down. So this could be 2 points that you wouldn't necessarily go grab. A lot of the time, these 2 points are the 2 points that people don't grab when they are using Lionized Falls. So that can give you an additional 2 points if you want to use it. Oftentimes coming in here and grabbing the bow damage and attack speed. This is okay because it's movement speed and it gives you some accuracy. But oftentimes, again, players won't actually come all the way up in to grab aspect of the eagle because it's just not seen as very point efficient. doesn't give you enough damage in comparison with the other options of what you can do with your passive points. So this would be what? 1, 2 passive points that you can pull from, 3, 4. That's 3, 4 passive points that you can pull from. If you don't need the projectile speed from Ballistic Mastery or the Dex, I would get rid of this, which would save you another passive point because you can simply apply the 8% and 5% mana flask effect here if you really want the Primal Spirit. Okay, that would be, again, another option. If you're really worried about mana, I would recommend if you've got a flask slot for using Lavinia's, that's a great thing to use because it just makes all of your stuff free. And where is it? Your skills cost no mana during flask effect, and right now in Trade Delirium League, they're like 1 to 2C. So you want to get one with, really, really low time on it, so that way the duration of the flask actually extends out longer. Because during the flask effect, your skills have no mana. So that's what you want to aim for. Now, granted, you're going to be playing, piano flasks, but every 3 to 4 seconds, your skills don't cost any mana, so your mana issues just evaporate at that point. Electricize says, yeah, I think I had forgot those nodes when I had mana issues. Might want to get rid of them. Yep, just get rid of them. Clean up that aspect of your tree. Okay, over here we've got a Searching Eye Jewel that's got lightning, crit, cold, and crit damage. Yeah, that's good. I would say, what are you looking for here? Are you looking for, remind me again, are you looking for point efficiency? Yeah, survivability and possible single target DPS increase. Your crit multi is 483. If you took 1 or 2 of these lesser used Abyssal Jewels out, yeah, that's a lot of lightning damage on there. But if you took these out and you replaced them with some crit multi-jewels, so let me find some crit multi-jewels. Let's see what that does. Let's just see, shall we? So let's just copy this. Let's go over to items. Add to build. All right, the Crimson Jewel of Potency. All it's got is some Crit Strike multi. Let's see what this does. We're just messing around here. This is adding flat cold and flat lightning. What happens if I add this on here? What does that do? Does that do anything to our total DPS? Said flat cold and flat lightning, right? Total DPS is what? 2 mil 362? Where did that go? Ah, Grim Stare. Okay, barely any, and our crit multi goes up to 497. So if you grabbed this and you grabbed something with like flat cold is what I would look for. Flat cold and crit multi. Let's see what that looks like here on our trade search. Add cold damage to bow attacks. Let's see what the price on these things are. First off, there's 1,300 of these available, and the price is like 1C. So you could even get one of these. You can get phasing on kill. You can get physical added onto your attacks. You can get one that's corrupted, maybe. There's a lot of options for you right here. The point being, this. Oh, look at this. You cannot be maimed. That one's not that bad. Again, your build, if you get hit, you're probably going to go down anyway. But that's an option. Where is it? Grim Stare. There we go. That's an option for you to improve some of these jewels here. Because some of these jewels are just using stats that you're not necessarily taking full advantage of right now. Okay. Electricize says, I'm constantly crafting more abyssals, trying to get 2 LE damage and more life. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. All right, and your weapon, the Arborix, is really, really strong. Yep. It's like top tier, almost top tier. It's only beat out by like in a few instances for mirror bows, for mirror tier bows. So it's a really, really strong bow. Void Fletcher, yep. Fractal Thoughts in the helm, yep. Here's Ire, yep. What's going on with your gloves here? I guess it's got the adds 25 to 33 cold damage if you've dealt a crit recently. But those gloves could definitely be improved, Electricized. You could get gloves with just straight up better life on them. And I believe you can get gloves that have just got an additional frenzy charge on them, right? So that's another thing to take into consideration. Is going for frenzy gloves, because that's a big more multiplier and it increases your speed. Okay, your boots. All right. Okay, so here's the big thing. I got good news and I got bad news. Those of you who are veterans of the channel, you already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to let you guys say what I'm going to say in chat anyway. But I have to say it. It bears repeating. We have Tailwind boots available in the game now. You are playing Deadeye. It makes sense for you to play Deadeye. Deadeye is totally fine. You can build around having Deadeye. However, Cal said, knew I was going to say it. However, if you truly want to see your DPS increase, one way that you can do that is you can switch off of your Deadeye Ascendancy. You can go either Pathfinder, which will give you better speed and better effect from your flasks. Flasks like, let's see what you're using right now. Like Dying Sun, or let's even say like Wise Oak, or let's say Lavinia's, or let's say you're using a Quicksilver Flask here, or let's say a Diamond Flask. You should be using a Diamond Flask in here to make sure that you're critting. That would be another option. So you can go Pathfinder if you want to be playing piano. Clay knew it. Clay got it as well. Or you can go Raider if you just want to go damage. You're already getting what? You're not. That's actually kind of surprising to me. You're not grabbing the maximum frenzy charge here. You're not grabbing the maximum frenzy charge here. That's 2 maximum frenzy charges that you're missing out on. So remember how we were talking about getting rid of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points? You can either put those into your jewels, your jewel notable Delirium jewel setup. You can get rid of these 3 and put them in there as well. That gives you 8 points. 4 points could be spent into grabbing 2 more maximum frenzy charges. If you update your items on your gloves and go grab another frenzy charge, again, that's going to be way more damage. That's what? We just added 3 more frenzy charges to your build. And again, you don't have to swap things up. If you just like having Tailwind all the time, then stay as a Deadeye. Typically what players will do is players will start out their Magic Find characters with Deadeye, and then as you get more currency to dump into like top tier flasks and really min-maxing your passive tree versus your items, they'll go into Pathfinder if they want speed, or if they want speed and damage based off of their Ascendancy and min-maxing that way, they'll go Raider. So it doesn't always work out that way, but oftentimes Deadeye is like the starter or mid-tier version of what you want to do with a bow character, and then you want to decide, like, okay, do I want to be smashing my flasks and getting all kinds of bonuses off of them later on? Then you go Pathfinder. Do I want to, boost the hell out of my frenzy charges? Then you go Raider. So that's just some options for you. The fact that we can get Tailwind on boots, like right now, what are your boots doing for you? 35 move speed, some resist, some life. Meh. Like the whole reason, or a big reason of why you're going with Deadeye is because of Far Shot and because of Tailwind. So, yeah, chaining is another nice thing too. but those are some options. Those are some options for you. Okay. Hopefully those are some options that help you out. I think we moved around, 8 passive points for you to play around with, either into cluster jewels or into notables. Also, if you want to save some passives over here, actually, just take a look at this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 passives. To come over and grab this one socket. Another option, again, would be to use a large cluster jewel that gives you 2 clusters that you could use to go into a medium jewel, but then also you can use a large cluster jewel that would just give you another opening for a socket. Like, you can actually socket regular jewels into these sockets out here. You already know this because you're using this, Foul Leer Searching Eye. So you could do this with a large cluster jewel that would allow you to extend out your tree a little bit further, and it would save you 4 passive points. Maybe you can spend 2 passive points to get this instead through the use of cluster jewels. I think that's what I would do. Also, I'm biased because in Standard I have both a Pathfinder, a Deadeye, and a Raider. Each one that's set up to Magic Find. And to set up to Speed Clear and to Boss. So they all offer their own unique ways of an approach. I just personally think that the Deadeye scales off eventually. Like, as you continue to accrue currency, the Deadeye is the thing that scales off the most. Okay, hopefully that was some help. Hopefully you enjoyed that segment of our stream today. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go get a refill on a drink, and then we're going to come back with some more gameplay on Dumbest Draconis as I play in, yes, that's right, you're reading it correct, Solo Self-Found Delirium Hardcore League. I am playing hardcore, and I am playing Solo Self-Found for some dumb reason. So, shout out to Michael. What's up, Michael? Welcome to the chat. I'm going to go use the restroom, grab a drink, and then we can try to build out the rest of this character as we continue to level up. You can leave me a prediction about where you think this character is going to die, what act you think they're going to die in, and then we will be right back. Alrighty. I am back. Did you guys decide when I'm going to die? Get your predictions in. You never know. I may die over the next 5 minutes. One can never be too ambitious with their predictions of when I will die. Okay, so far, a couple of notes about this character. We are thinking about building this character out into a max block character. That's what we're thinking about. We're thinking about ascending as Necromancer and using Gladiator to try to max the heck out of our block chance. Electricide says, by the way, I had to ask thoughts on inspired learning. Inspired learning is good if you're going with a headhunter setup specifically. If you're not going with a headhunter, it's not as good to stack it then, because it stacks only one at a time rather than several at a time. Okay, Alex asked this question about 20 minutes ago now, and I asked him to clarify it. Which bosses I think are the most overtuned, and he defines overtuned as it takes too long to kill and boss mechanics. That's a good question. Which boss I think is the most overtuned because they take the longest to kill? Shaper, okay, so let me tell you a quick love story. I love Shaper for a lot of reasons. I love Shaper for the difficulty that he provides. I love Shaper for the drops that he provides. I love Shaper for the mechanics that he has. I think they're good mechanics that the actual Shaper has. Okay, end of compliments there. The problem that I have with Shaper is that he's like a 10-minute fight, not because of himself, but because of his phases and because you have to go through this movement hoop circle in order to eventually go have the privilege to actually fight him again. Now, on the one hand, I think that's actually really, really cool because there's not a lot of other bosses that have got unique zones, truly unique zones like that. So I think that's pretty cool. Oh, this was all stuff that I was supposed to sell in town. So on the one hand, I think that's pretty cool. On the other hand, I think it's kind of lame that he's gated and farming him is gated behind like this extra layer of maze. I think that maze is the thing that turns me off from farming Shaper every time I sit down and go, I'm just going to farm this guy. Because otherwise I think I would. Otherwise I think I would sit down and just farm Shaper. Now granted, it wouldn't necessarily work out for the storyline. I'm not saying they have to change anything for my preferences. But that's something that's kind of obnoxious. And I would counter that or juxtapose it, the Shaper versus the Elder and the Uber Elder fight. Those are also fights that have got phases to them, but they don't require like this weird side game to go through in order to advance the fight. That leaves the zone and has you approach the zone, afresh after killing, mobs in another area. I think it does something cool to the Shaper fight. It because there's no other fights like it in PoE, it makes it unique. But at the same time, that's a fight that I look at the mechanics and I go, that's kind of lame that those are the mechanics. That's something that I don't enjoy about it. It's something that I appreciate, that they're doing something unique there, especially for lore purposes. But it's not something that I would say is particularly well designed for farming and fighting purposes. It's particularly well designed for communicating a story, because during those phases you get a lot of opportunity to interact and hear and develop a sense of hurry, we've got to take him down. Like he's porting us in and out, he's pulling us in and out of his memories and in and out of his zone. Like from a narrative side of things, it's actually pretty powerful. Problem is we all play PoE for the narrative, right? Said no one ever, right? None of us are playing for the narrative. Or very few of us are. So that's one fight that I don't necessarily enjoy mechanically when I'm fighting it, because of the phasing nature of it. There are other bosses who have phases, like Arakali. She's got a phase when she goes to eat silk. Right? Spoilers if you haven't ever been to Act 7 or Act 8? Yeah, I think that's a well-designed fight with multiple different phases, and yet you don't ever feel like, oh, I'm not seeing progress because of this phase. Like this phase is actually stopping my progress or hindering my progress. Her phases are short enough that it's like, okay, I phased her down, phase 1. Get her down phase 2, get her down phase 3. And it kind of makes sense, right? Like she retreats in each of her phases, but she doesn't make you jump into another zone. So that's another monster that I would just say is an example of somebody who uses phasing, but it's somewhat doable. Am I going to die here while I'm texting? Probably. Am I dead yet? Did I die? Nope, didn't die. Okay. Right before the waypoint. Clay says, wait, there's a narrative? Yeah. Clay says, for leveling, I vote Dominus. Early enough to be annoying with his phases for me. All bosses after Act 5 aren't too bad. Yeah. Dominus is interesting because there's like all these little mini bosses that you fight. You really get the sense when you're fighting Dominus that you're fighting Dominus and like his cohort, right? You have to get through his henchmen before you can get to him. And then once you get to him, you don't see him in his final form. You don't see him in his true form right away. You've actually got to damage him enough before he gets to his true form. Whereas like Malachi, you bump into that guy and he's like, hey, this is me, all along, but now you got to fight me in this arena when Piety's still here, and you got to fight me in this other arena, when Piety's not here, and it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can maybe Malachi, just the two of us, right? Like that's neither here nor there. It's a part of the way. I think it's a part of the interest in some of the boss fights, that some bosses actually have different phases where they're in different arenas, and that's their phases, and some bosses, all have the same arena, but then they've got different phases to themselves. Like Arakali doesn't actually change her form, right? I mean, I guess she like takes on Silk's body as she eats him. But there's not much of a physical change, right? Like when you compare to say the Brine King. Like when you fight Brine King, you know that you're entering into another stage. Physically, you can see it in the arena and even in the Brine King himself. When what's her name? The fishwife pops up from the Brine King. You can see, okay, I've entered into a new phase of this fight. So I think there's some fights that are really well designed in that regard, that give us good visual cues for what's going on. And then there are some other fights that are like, hey, there's good visual cues, but it takes a long time and it really pulls you out of the moment. Philip says, I always die to Piety and her beam. Yeah, Act 4 Piety is no joke. And in the malformation map, I believe, as well, right? She's the boss in the malformation map. She's no joke there as well. Okay, so because we love passive points so much, and because we're not going with a crit build, we are going to kill all the bandits for our build. That is not up for discussion. The rest of the build is up for discussion. We can make suggestions, whatever, but I'm killing all the bandits. I want all the passive points. Give me as many passive points as you can. Kill Caitlyn. What if I die to the bandits, actually? What if the bandits are the things that kill me and take me down in hardcore solo self-found? It'd be such a shame. It'd be a tragedy. A real G3 nightmare. Oh no, I'm burning. Ah! Speaking of dying. Hey, I'm just trying to raise some zombies, bro. I really need to get hatred up or something. Something to help my minions do damage. Get impale support going on my zombies. Something. Alright, what level am I? Am I level I'm level 17? Okay. I can just leave here. I don't have to farm in that zone. Raph says, isn't it mostly because most of those fights are outdated? Yeah, that's a fair point, Raph. Like, we've seen a lot of evolution and change in Grinding Gear games as they've released new content. So that's a fair point. Cowshead says, oh no, the most annoying boss fight is freaking Act 2. It just slows you down. And then it bugs out and you can't even open up Waypoint 3. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Act 2, killing the Vol Oversoul, is probably the worst. Is probably legitimately the worst. Like, I make a joke about it every time I'm leveling. Like, I could write a book. I could pick up another job to send my kids to college. Like, there's a lot of things that you can do in the time that the Vol Oversoul gives you. And here I always thought the Vol Oversoul was just trying to chill and be like, hey, look, you finally killed me. He was just giving you a moment to soak, to bask in your amazingness, right? All right, come follow me, Einhar. Let's go kill some beasts. Let's go on a hunt, a grand hunt. I'm up to 500 HP now. This is actually, this is getting good. I don't have very good block chance, but that's because we don't have anything into block yet. If I can go like max block CI while using determination and triple purities, we'll never kill anything. Like, we're not going to be the fastest build on the planet, but that's fine. We're playing hardcore, so the character, as long as the character is alive, the character is getting XP, right? That's all that matters. You can't lose XP if you only lose your character. It's pretty brilliant. Whoa, hey now. There's some, like, explosions going on here. I don't like that. My regen is still too strong for this right now, though. Whoa, look at all these rares! Let's pick up all these rares. All of these rares. Look at all these wonderful shards that we're going to turn into just absolute crap. But that's okay. I need absolute crap right now. If an Exalted Orb dropped at this point while I'm playing hardcore solo self-found, I'm pretty sure I would build like a mule and just rip it to like the softcore league. Just migrate the Exalted Orb over, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use a regular Exalted Orb to slam anything. Not for a while, at least. Maybe I could use it for multi-modding, maybe. But I'm not sure if there's anything that I would really want to multi-mod on this build. If we stick with minions. I don't know. Alright, do I want to keep going up here? Yes, I do. Keep going up here to grab... How do I want to do this, actually? Maybe I only grab one cluster jewel. Maybe that's all I grab. Instead of grabbing two. Mrs. Draconis made these muffins. They're just top-notch muffins. Mrs. Draconis is an excellent baker. For any of you that didn't know that. Top-notch baker. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need an 8th point to get here. So it is actually better to go up and around for this circumstance, because I don't need the minion damage, I don't need the minion life, I don't need Arcanist's Dominion. The cast speed is nice, but spell damage is useless. I guess I could come through here for mana and life while I go MOM, but I'm thinking less and less that I'm going to go MOM. I'm thinking more and more that instead of going MOM, I'm probably going to go CI. Just to not to have to even worry about chaos resistance. Then again, maybe I just like craft chaos resistance and life onto all my gear. Because I don't necessarily need to have a lot of... hey, there's Quicksilver. A lot of other gear for minions, right? There's not a ton of gear that I have to have. Put this here, put this here. There we go. Put this here. There we go. Clay says, to be fair, exalts can only drop from level 35 and higher. Oh, sure. But I'm saying even if I'm at level 35 and an exalt drops for me in Hardcore Solo Self-Found, I'm pretty sure I would still rip it. Pretty sure I would still migrate it over. Because I'm just not sure what I would use it for in Hardcore Solo Self-Found. Funny story, I once had one drop from an Arcanist Strongbox in a level 30 area, was very confused until I saw that the box had +5 level onto it. Huh. There you go. I thought I killed this guy. I guess not. Die, you necromancer! There can only be one necromancer! Ooh, a superior mana flask? Sure, let's use that. That's good. Alright, the one thing that I will say about playing Hardcore Solo Self-Found is it does make you pay attention to the game more, right? I feel like playing softcore, whenever I play softcore, I'm just like, okay, get me to the end game, because end game is the real game. Whereas whenever I play hardcore, I'm like, okay, am I going to survive the next instance? I actually think it's much more tiring to play hardcore than it is to play softcore. Unless you're pushing for like high levels in softcore, where again, you don't want to die because you don't want to lose hours of progress. But I need to get haste and hatred ASAP for my minions. That would be nice. I could go for Flesh Offering if I really want them to go nuts. But I think once we ascend as a Necromancer, I think that's when I'll probably swap some stuff out to go Bone Offering. I'll also need to look up Rumi's Concoction to see where it can drop and how I can farm it to go for that max block. Because I'm pretty sure I won't be able to just get max block without that. I'm fairly certain. Also, the other advantage of going CI is getting like a bunch of energy shield on your shield. And then using, what is it? It's the defenses on shield. Where is it? Sanctuary? No, it's not Sanctuary. Which one is it? Which one is it? There was one of them that was increased energy shield. Yeah, Arcane Guarding, 60% increased energy shield from equipped shield. So that's pretty nice. If you get a decent shield, it's a good little bonus. Nice little incentive. Philip says hardcore is much more stressful. Yeah, it is. But that's partially what makes it exciting, right? Like, if I'm leveling this pile of crap in softcore, let's just be honest for a second. Is it nearly as entertaining or risky? Like, if Fidelitas crits me and takes me down, it's not hilarious in softcore, right? It's just, oh well, you just rip and you run the zone again. However, in hardcore, it's like, no, now I gotta level a new character back up. You know? Yasker says you can farm specific uniques in SSF. Yeah, you use divination cards. Divination cards are a much bigger part of the game in SSF. Much bigger. All right, let's... do we have everything that we could sell? Yeah, we do. All right, let's go back to town. Maybe Arctic Armor. That's 25% reduction of mana. But I think that's worth it. I need 26 decks. Okay, so if I come up and through here, I can grab that dex node. I'm going to have to fill out this Silent Life wheel. If I don't go CI, then I can fill out the full totality of this life wheel. Grab Cruel Preparation, grab a few other life wheels. It's not so bad. Huh. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what we do. Those are actually much better. These ones are not. There we go. I think I've actually got some transmutes, so I should probably make those. Yeah, I should make those into magic items. Let's make these into magical. Stun recovery, increased life recovery, 26% increased movement speed during the flask. Wow. An adrenaline move speed flask. Oh, and a freeze flask! Oh, that's perfect. That's beautiful. That makes me so happy. We've got removed freeze. Now I can actually open strong boxes and not fear. Like that right there. This little tiny flask is better than an Exalt drop for this build. We might use that flask for the rest of the game. For the rest of this character's short, pitiable life, we might actually be using that flask. That's how good that flask is. Oh, man. Such a good flask. Whew. All right, away we go. How do you get a cursor like that, says Mark. Mark, it is called YOLO Mouse. You can go to YOLO Mouse, just type that into Google, and Google will show you how to use YOLO Mouse. It is a third-party little thing, little program that is completely allowable in terms of the terms of service with Path of Exile. And it's really, really helpful to actually see where it is that you're looking when you're a boomer like me and you have no idea what's happening on your screen. In games like Path of Exile, where you frequently have no idea what's happening on your screen. It's like, wait, why did I leap slam there? Why did I leap slam into that massive attack from a monster? Why did I leap slam into Piety's Death Beam? Why did I leap slam into Diodre's Chaos Scream? Why did I leap slam into the Shaper Beam? Well, thanks to Yellow Mouse, you can be like, no, I know where my cursor is. Did I grab the waypoint? I think I did. All right, follow the yellow brick road. Anyway, I'm having a fantastic week playing Mountain Blade Bannerlord 2 and playing Path of Exile. That's what I mostly have been playing this week. What about you guys? Have you guys all still been playing Delirium? Still playing PoE? What are you guys up to? You guys on to your other games, your break games from PoE? Maybe you don't have break games from PoE. Maybe PoE is everything. What a silly thing for me to say, G3 Iron insinuating that there are other games other than PoE. I think I get Meat Shield in Act 3. I think that's where I get Meat Shield. I could be wrong. But I think that's where I get Meat Shield. I could be using faster attacks right now on these guys. If not now, soon I'll be able to put faster attacks onto Raging Spirits and onto zombies. Mark says, I've been playing Valorant. Yasker says, I've been trying to get Pillar of God to work. Oh, interesting. Those are always interesting builds. Slender Slasher. How are you liking Valorant so far? Anybody else playing Valorant as well? How are you guys liking it? Raph says, I found an open beta shooter game only to find out that the open beta ended recently and I never got to play it. Oh, that's a bummer, man. Well, hopefully the game's beta went well and hopefully you'll be playing it soon. When it full on releases. Here's hoping, right? Alright, we got the thematic emblem. Talk to Bestel for our reward. Let's go find Alira. We gotta kill Alira. Oh, there's a rare monster. Kill that guy. Mark says, I really want ranked mode. Oh, ranked mode for Valorant? Is Valorant free to play at the moment? Is it like open for everybody? That's the League of Legends Counter-Strike game, right? Or the League of Legends Overwatch game? I guess you guys are probably all too young to remember that Counter-Strike was a game, right? Counter-Strike? What was that? Alex says, do you agree that this league claims more lives than any other league? The only league that is close is Betrayal League. In terms of danger and rippiness, yeah, I think this league has been really dangerous. Incredibly dangerous. I think Blight, actually, believe it or not, a lot of people don't remember Blight and how dangerous it was. Blight on release, some of those monsters, as soon as they would get spawned, would just start firing like multiple projectiles all over the screen, and it didn't matter where you were going to get hit, and you were dead. I can remember playing hardcore and putting a character to level 94 or 95 in hardcore Blight, and I, for the most part, did not interact with Blight maps. As a summoner Juggernaut. Because it was so terrifying. Like, Blight was such a terrifying mechanic when it first came out. For the first week to 2 weeks, it was a legit terrifying mechanic. At least in hardcore. Cowsad says CSGO exists. Oh, right on. There you go. Yeah, see, some of you young whippersnappers know about CS. Back in my day, we played Counter-Strike 1.6, and I believe there was even one before that. Mark says, oh, you got to get beta access. Gotcha, to get into Valorant. There you go. Well, Riot Games probably is not going to let me anywhere close to another one of their games. And with good reason. Riot Games and I have a good mutual understanding of one another. Let's take down the Weaver. Ooh, that was some damage there. That was about 150 damage. Yeah, that's some actual damage there that's getting through. Oh, goodness. Did you guys see that? That was actual damage getting through. And that's the web. That's not even freeze, so I can't remove that with my flasks. That's somewhat intimidating. All right, where's the Weaver? Where is she? Get these zombies back up. Start throwing some Cobra Lashes in there. Are those doing any damage? No, they're not. Who am I kidding? This build does 0 damage. This build might do less than 0 damage. Oh, goodness. It can take damage, though. That's the good news about it. She resists chaos, resists elemental. Jeez, why do you gotta resist everything, Weaver? Alright, down goes the Weaver. We did it. We've officially gotten, what, a third of the way through Act 2? No, I think we're closer to half. Alright, this will grab us... Why do I need this? Do I need this for green gems, I think? I think that's why I need it. Yeah, I need it for green gems and then also for using Arctic armor. There we go. Alright, so we'll use Arctic armor, preferably on some gloves. I need to find some gloves as an upgrade. Alright, let's go back to town. Cowsad says there's like 3 Counter-Strikes before 1.6. Oh, there you go. Perfect. There you go. It's me being a boomer again. I don't remember what they were. Those pool days, says Marcelo. That was a great map on Counter-Strike. Playing at the pool. If that's what you're referring to. There was also a map, and I forget which Counter-Strike it was that I used to play. There was a map, I think it was called Rats, where you were basically the size of mice and you were running through the kitchen. You guys remember that map? Anybody in chat remember that map? Maybe not. Maybe it's just me, an old boomer, hearkening back to bygone days of gaming. All right, let's come up in here and we'll grab some block. %40 increased ES and then 60% increased ES. That's a lot. If I can find a good energy shield. A good energy shield. All right, let's come drop this stuff in here. I don't want to roll these gloves, actually. Why am I going to my hideout? I'd much rather just see if they've got like a green link glove here in town. Green link shield. Oh, 35 life on gloves. Goodbye, old gloves. Yes. Hello, new gloves. It's okay that they're not linked. They've got a green socket. There you go. And Bob's your uncle. All right, so let's go kill a Lyra. CS rats. Yeah, there you go. That's what we're talking about. Let the wave of nostalgia roll over you. All right, so now we've got Arctic armor on. So right now, what do we got? 20% estimated physical damage reduction. It's not great. Not great. But it's something. We'll take it. All right, where's Alira at? Let's see if Alira kills us. Alira with her detonate bodies move. It's probably her most scary move. Here she is. The lady herself, Alira. Alright, watch for the detonate bodies move here in a sec. Whoop, there it is. Did she actually blow up one of my zombies? I think she did. Go get him. Whoop! Get out of the way. Oh, we got a unique! That's our first unique, and it's terrible. It's Ashcaller. Look at that, guys. We got our first unique. 10% chance to trigger level 8 summon Raging Spirit on kill. That's so bad. It's so bad. If only there was a build that used Ashcaller. I'm level 20 in a level 17 zone, and I'm still terrified. Look at my damage. It's pathetic. It's because almost all of my tree is just spent moving. Moving from here to there. Once we connect to the... What? Are we going to connect to the witch tree? And then we'll come out through here? Or we could connect to the Juggernaut tree and come out down here and then go grab Soul of Steel. Yeah, we got a couple of options is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We got some options. Oh, look at this. Magic pack. Let's kill these guys. These guys are good XP. These are definitely worth our time to slow down and kill. Look at that. They dropped us a portal scroll. Look at this. That's what I call being rich. Marcelo, there's the unique you wanted to build around? Yeah, Ashcaller. Yeah, I'm sure... I'm just going to Google this. Ashcaller PoE build. Are there any? Yeah, you have a slight chance of summoning SRS on a kill, but you still got to get a kill. And then the SRS is going to do nothing. Yeah. Boy, talk about a... Talk about a unique from a bygone era, right? All right, let's sell our Ashcaller. That was good. It was a really good unique. It was worthy of us to build around. I really don't need this iron ring. I should really actually be paying more attention and upgrade some stuff. All right, so let's get... We could get a 2-stone ring, or I could go back and get a coral ring. Let's do this. If I do the dex and intelligence, that's actually going to free up. That's going to free up a bunch. Yeah, let's do that. All right, what do we get? Vicious projectiles, conk effect, faster casting, elemental damage, faster attacks, more melee physical. That's what we want. We want that with SRS. The only problem is I don't have a red link right now, but let's look and see if we've got an upgrade over here. Do you have a red and 2 blues? There's 2 reds and a blue. A red and 2 blues right there. Okay, now I just don't have the money for it. Well, there's a chromatic, but I don't have the... Again, I don't have the money for it. Okay, so let's... What can I do here? I don't have anything here. Let's chance these. Regenerate 1.1 life per second. Oh boy, that's pretty good. Global critical strike chance. Okay, maximum life, or maximum mana and fire resist. Okay, that gives me almost as much mana regen as what the power gives me. So I'll take it. Alright, let's sell this stuff. And then I've got a whole bunch of quest items. Decoy totem is good. Want to keep decoy totem. What do I want to do here? Ideally, I want a red and 2 blues. That really is ideally what I want. I could actually put Summon Phantasm support on with my zombies. That'd be kind of fun. I feel like I'm missing something in Act 1, though. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm missing doing all the lab trials. That's what I'm missing. That's fine. We'll do those later. Okay, let's go kill... What do we need to do? We need to kill Oak. And then wrap up Act 2. That's what we got to do. For our Necromancer Gladiator. That is our build that we're going for. And I'm sticking to it. I still think Cobra Lash is probably actually better than all this. For clear. Alright, I need to find the old road. Here's the old road. And there's the wetlands. The question is, am I going to use zombies and SRS continually as a summoner? Probably zombies with meat shield. Just because they are so good for taunting and for providing a layer of defense. So I'll probably continually want to use zombies in that regard. I'll probably also want to use... not skeletons. I really don't like skeletons. Like, I don't like the playstyle. Alright, am I going to die here? Speaking of not liking the playstyle. Oak can do some serious damages. So far, so good. We're still alive. Arctic Armor is doing its thing. Wow, I'm actually surprised at how little damage I took there. I mean, granted, I'm level 20, this is a level 19 zone, but that's still kind of surprising. To take that small amount of damage? Do I need another Scroll of Wisdom? No, I'm doing alright. Man, I might have to turn up my loot filter here. I might be getting big baller rich here. Me and Bill Gates might have a lot in common. Oh, should I go die in a Vol Zone? Yeah, let's go do it. Let's go die in a Vol Zone. Maybe we'll get like a Vol summon skeletons, and then all that crap I was just talking about skeletons will go away. Go animated weapons, says Yasker. Maybe. Maybe I'll get lucky and have a Baron drop to me. And I'll go Baron strength stacking. As if that's not like a super unique heavy build. That would be tough to pull off in Soul Self-Found. Alright, we're level 21. That's pretty good. Man, those Vol Fallen, testing those enhanced Vol Fallen out yesterday, that was pretty funny. Watching them hit as slow as they can hit. This is pretty funny. By the way, if somebody wants to do the entire world of Path of Exile a massive favor, go make a video featuring every single Spectre. Like every single monster. It doesn't have to be an individual video. It could be a video series. I'm just going to do a video at the end of the league, probably like highlighting a couple of Spectres that are really good. Whoop, watch out. That guy can hurt. Watch out. He's not staying up long enough to actually get hit. There we go. There we go. Down he goes. All right. Minion damage went up. Good. What did we get? Vol Ground Slam. Just what I've always wanted. Build defining. You guys can't tell me you've never wished for Vol Ground Slam when you're playing Hardcore Soul Self-Found. I know that's in your dreams. I can see your mind. Alright. So now, as we come up here, I'm eventually going to have to grab some of these minion damage nodes, right? Like Fearsome Force. Maybe I'll come grab Enduring Bond. Maybe. Should I come down and around or come through here? Yeah, I think down through Retribution actually is the way to go rather than up through Sanctity. Although Sanctity is a lot of armor. Man, this is going to be tough to get in and around over here. There's just a lot of nodes that we want to grab. But we'll finish off coming over here first, and then we'll make our way back over. Animated weapons. Animated weapon and Summon Skeleton are both probably the two like easiest to get off the ground summoners. Like zombies, I feel like in order to really get zombies going for their endgame boss damage, there's a lot of uniques that you need to put into play. Like Baron, part of the reason why Baron summoners were so good in 3.9, and you know this isn't like exclusive knowledge that only I know, but what a lot of players who were just meta players of summoners in 3.9 would not have realized is that part of the reason why the Baron builds are so strong was because half of your strength was given to your minions for damage. So that's a considerable amount of damage when you're looking at scaling up like Pride and Brutality. Oh my goodness, I am bleeding like a lot here. It's a considerable amount of damage when you think of like 1500 plus strength that's getting added flat to your zombies. That's a lot of damage. So my point here is to say that it's a significant investment to get zombie damage scaled up. It's a pretty significant thing to do. Like you can't just be like, oh, well, I'll just slap zombies on my build and let it carry me through the game. Like skeletons, you can pretty much slap them on, grab a few minion nodes, and yeah, to scale up their damage for endgame, there's a few things you can do here and there, but it's not as enabling as adding 1,000 flat strength for the melee damage bonus onto your zombies with the Baron. Like that's a lot. Oh, play Volatile Dead? Now Volatile Dead is a good build. I like playing Volatile Dead. I like using it with Poet's Pen, and because of Spellslinger, we could actually build like a legit build in Solo Self-Found that wouldn't necessarily have to farm Poet's Pen. Which you can actually farm Poet's Pen. A lot of you may not know this. You can actually farm for Poet's Pen cards, I believe, in the Labyrinth. is, I believe, where they actually drop. Is one of the places where they drop. If I'm not mistaken. I believe it's in the first labyrinth. Maybe it's the first or the second. Or maybe it's both. And of course, they also drop in the Academy map. But we all know that's a terrible map to run. That's an atrocious map and an atrocious layout. But Dab of Ink cards do drop there. Point being, because Spellslinger exists now, you don't necessarily have to play Volatile Dead builds as automatically as Poet's Pen. You can do it with a couple of different setups, which is pretty nice. All right, I think we are now officially halfway through Act 2, if not further than halfway. Yeah, I think we're further than halfway. I think we're 2/3 of the way through. Oh, they also drop in the museum map? I didn't know that. I thought it was just Academy. Cowshead says 2 dropped from a chest for me in the same lab, same league. Oh, that's interesting. It's pretty good luck. I think it's a stack of 9. So 2 out of 9 is not bad. All right, what else do we want to get over here? We want to get Cruel Preparation, and we want to get some of these block nodes to start shaping up some of our block chants. And then we'll grab some minion damage nodes after we grab a few more of those block nodes and some of those life nodes. And then that should pretty much round us out, I think, until Malachi. Between Cruel Preparation and then minion damage nodes. I think that should pretty much get us there. These guys are scary, man. If you guys have never lost a hardcore character, these guys, I have. Like, sometimes they'll pop up right next to you and fire their projectile right next to you, like that, and then just boom, down you go. It can be pretty scary. Oh, Act 3 in the library as well? Nice! I didn't realize that they dropped in the library. That's pretty nice. So you get one as you're farming Siosa. Oh, watch out. Spectral Shield Throw. Spectral Throw. Rogue Exile, huh? Give me that ring mail. Medium Life Flask? Yes, please. I'll take one of those. Oh, no, wait, I won't. Never mind. Just kidding. Alright, let's grab some of this junk. And on our way. There's a unique one of these Devourers that also pops up in here somewhere. That's what I'm kind of keeping my eye out for. Is that him? No, that's just a regular Devourer. I'm trying to keep my Frostblink available to me. So if I see him pop up, I can Frostblink. That's why I'm not using it to travel right now. Because he hits pretty hard. If he pops up right next to you. Oh, here's another beast. There's also, yep, there's the unique snake that's in here as well. Celestha. She also hits pretty hard. And I'm bleeding. Yikes, man. I'm going to need a bleed flask. That's going to become non-negotiable very, very soon here. Because we're about to go to Act 3. Act 3, you should have a bleed flask when you fight Dominus. It is a rookie mistake to not have a bleed flask when you fight Dominus. Pretty spooky. I really wish I could get a red link. I probably have enough currency to go back and buy like a crap red link. 2 blue, 1 red for the increased melee damage on zombies and for SRS. I probably have enough currency to go back and buy one for each now. 2, 3 links, that would probably be good. Hey, I'm actually the same level of the zone, so can't have too many claims that I'm a scaredy cat. I'm actually the same level of the zone, guys. Look how brave I am. Oh, crap. No, I'm not the same level of the zone. Disregard last comment of confidence. Now this guy, can't he make us bleed? Whoa! I don't know if that was making me bleed or if that was just a one-shot. That was a pretty big slam there, buddy. Pretty big slam. I'm feeling alive right now. It's quite some irony, right? That when my character gets closest to death, I feel most alive. Some irony there. Some delicious irony, as Merveil would say. You could probably get Flame Dash now. Yeah, that's a good call. I probably should be using Lightning Warp, actually. Use less duration, get Lightning Warp. Lightning Warp is actually pretty awesome now, in my humble opinion. Man, he gains endurance charges. What is this? Pit Prowler the Scarred. Dude, would you go down, please? It's a legit enemy right there. Alright, let's go grab this crafting recipe. Woohoo! Crafting recipe. Alright, and we will go back to town. Oh yeah, G3 Iron. Act 2 boss now drops rocks more often, so you can get killed very easily. Oh, joy! That's good to know. So I'll probably get rocked here, is what you're saying. But that's a 3-link blue with 97 armor and some ES. I think I'm going to keep that. 64 armor. It's probably better than my rare helm right now. It's got... Alright. So let's... Ooh, 27 life. That's a coral ring. Let's actually ID that. Alright, let's take a look at some of the stuff that we got here. 5 to all maximum. Plus 3 chance to block. Look at that. 10 mana gain when you block. Alright, I like it. Is that better than plus 6 to life? I think that's actually worse, yeah. Chess piece, strength, intelligence, lightning res over nothing. Okay, that's way better. Intelligence and maximum life. Okay, that's way better. Alright, so we're getting some upgrades here. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Alright, and this is also 3-linked, and it's blue. So ideally, if I could go 2 blue, 1 red is what I would want here on this chess piece. And I've got 4 chromatics. 2 red, 1 blue. 2 blue, 1 green. Dang it. I can go added fire damage. I can go melee physical. And then go added fire on my SRS. I can do that. Here we're just going to go raise zombie. And then we'll level up another minion. I could throw skeletons in here just to be leveling up another minion gem. 27 to max life over some resistances. Probably life for the moment. And then let's sell some of this stuff. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That one's a good one. Alright. Let's grab this. Sell this. Away we go. Marcelo says you can weather check vendor for move speed boots or go for the recipe with the extra Quicksilver flask. Yeah. Right now these boots are giving me maximum life and maximum mana and lightning resist. Look at how good these boots are. Summoners are legitimately the type of builds that can take me like to Act 9 with this sort of crap gear. And then I'm like, what? How did I survive using this item? And it's like, oh, this one other item is carrying the entire build. That's why. Alright, let's go grab added fire, I think is what I'm looking for. Added fire damage. Yeah. There we go. So that should help SRS out a little bit because 50% is converted. So should give us a little bit extra fire damage. I could actually be using Anger. Can I get Anger in Act 2 yet? Do I have Anger unlocked? Yeah, I might do that. Cal said I might do that for a helmet. I would need... The problem is that I would need a... what is it? Animation? I think it's animation flask. And I don't have one yet. That's the only problem. But once I get one of those, yeah, that would be good. Alright, let's sell off this stuff. Because this stuff is junk now. We're no longer using that stuff. Let's throw this stuff in here. I was going to get Flame Dash. That's right. Grab Flame Dash. And then I got 3 passive points that I get to go spend. So that's going to be exciting. Flame Dash and Summon Skeletons. There we go. Flame Dash will go there. There we go. Oh, and Anger. I was also going to look for Anger. Try to add some fire damage to my minions. I think Haste is available at level... I think that's a 38 gem. They are craftable. The animation flasks. Yeah, I would just have to roll a bunch of alterations on it, right? Or are you saying I can throw it on the bench? Maybe I can throw it on the bench. Oh, I could do Skitterbots. I could do Skitterbots. Do Skitterbots plus Arctic Armor right now. Shock applies itself as an ailment, so let's get rid of... Okay, let's get rid of Frostblank, because it's going to share a cooldown with Dash anyway. There we go. Alright, what other stupid noob mistakes can I make? Let's go grab... Yeah, that's good. That gives us 700 life. Bone Spirit Shield plus plot plus alteration. Oh! Okay, let's look that up. Flask of Animation. You can craft a Flask of Animation by trading a Life Flask plus a Bone Spirit Shield of any rarity plus 1 Orb of Transmutation. Are there any Bone Spirit Shields right here? So trade this plus a Life Flask. Haha, too bad I just got rid of my Life Flask. Plus any Life Flask? Plus 1 Orb of Transmutation. I don't have an Orb of Transmutation. Okay, well, we'll keep that over here as a recipe. I'm wasting too much of my currency buying random gems. Yeah, so I'm going to craft the flask, and then once I craft the flask, then I can craft the +1 to socketed on a helm. That'll be good. All right, so we got Skitterbots now. We got Arctic Armor. We've got... Where's my Flame Dash? Flame Dash. We now have zombies, skeletons. We are now full on like necromancer mode here. Oh, that's not one of ours. When you walk by a skeleton because you think they're one of yours, but they're not. Whoops. All right, so we're going to put SRS on space. We're going to put Summon Raging on T. Yeah, I think the thing that I've always liked more about SRS than Summon Skellies is that they home in. And Summon Skellies, you basically summon one per pack of enemies, if not more. Doesn't mean it's like bad, it's just something that I don't necessarily enjoy. I would much rather have my SRS summon a few of them and then just have them go. That, to me, that's more enjoyable as a play style. Doesn't mean either one is better or worse. Because at different points in time throughout PoE's history, like both Skeletons and Summon Raging Spirits have both shared their spot in the limelight. Man, these Chaos Spitters are just absolutely shrekking me right now. Take down those Chaos Spitters. Go get them, Skellies. Alright, but seriously, let's go find the Vol Oversoul. Let's go die. Whew! Alright, who was it that said I was going to die in Act 2? Get ready. Your predictions are either about to come true, or they won't ever come true today. I'm sure I'll die in Act 2 at some point again, in hardcore. But maybe not today. To quote Galron, of the leader of the High Klingon Council, it may be a good day to die, but not today. Then again, I might make a reference to Star Trek, and you guys are all like, what? Klingon High Council? They're not in any of the Star Trek movies? They're not in Star Trek Discovery? Let me tell you about back in my day. My wife and I actually just watched last night. We just finished Star Trek, the first movie. It was called Star Trek, the Motion Picture. If you really want to fall asleep to something, go watch that. It is literally the slowest moving movie I've ever seen. It is incredibly boring. And I've watched it before, and my wife and I have been watching a whole bunch of Star Trek stuff recently. Did not realize just how slow moving it was again. And then we watched it over the course of 2 days while we were doing some house chores. Oh my goodness. I was like, wow, this is it's amazing to see that Star Trek survived as a movie franchise. Like as a television franchise, okay, fantastic. It already had years in the books as a successful television franchise prior to that movie. But that movie, atrocious, I believe is the word for it. Absolutely atrocious. All right, let's come over here and just grab some more life because we're getting ready to go into a boss fight. Yeah, that movie was atrocious last night. Finishing that up, disappointing movie. And then we started like the first 5 minutes of Wrath of Khan just as we were wrapping up, putting up some bookshelves for Mrs. Draconis' birthday. I got her some bookshelves, which was something that she had been asking for. And so we were finishing putting up these bookshelves. And within like the first 5 minutes of the second movie, which is called The Wrath of Khan, already a very, very different tone, already a very, very different pace of the movie. Yasker says, did you watch Stargate? Yes, we love Stargate. Well, my wife loves all of Stargate. I enjoy Stargate seasons 1 through 7. And then after season 7, it just goes downhill. Downhill real bad. Cowshead says, it's like when you open up something like Genesis games after playing modern games. Yeah, but I've actually, believe it or not, I've actually been playing some old school SCNS games with my kids and some Genesis games with my kids. Yeah, the pacing is different, but there are other movies from 1978 and 79. Like Star Wars is that same time frame, right? Within a year or two. Star Wars pacing is way better than this original first Star Trek movie. And the second Star Trek movie, which came out like 2 or 3 years after, again, the pacing is way better. Just whoever was in charge of that first Star Trek movie, I don't know, man. The pacing of it was not very good. That's what I'll say. All right, so we got to pay attention for falling rocks. That's what we're paying attention for. Got to watch out for the Vol Oversoul. Watch out for his slam move. Watch out for his electrical move. Do I have skeletons up? I do. He's getting ready to slam, right? Yep. He's getting ready to slam. He's getting ready to slam. I have no more zombies left. That's not good. Rocks are falling. Rocks are falling. More rocks. Oh, there's lightning. All my zombies are dead, but down goes Vol Oversoul. We did it! Alright, so which one of you guys said, hey, he's going to die in Act 2? Come on now, admit it. Which one of you said it? Once again, G3 Iron proving that his stupid minions are much stronger than anything Path of Exile can throw at it in Act 2. Alright, so here we are in Sarn. I have no zombies, so now I shouldn't be talking too much crap. Get my zombies back up. Where's my meat shields? Get my meat shields up. Alright, so a quick reminder. We said whenever I lose a character, we will be doing POBs overviews, or whenever we defeat an act boss. So, we have just defeated an act boss, which means we're going to be doing a POB here in a moment. And we're going to take a look at a POB that has been sent in. If you would like your POB to be considered for future review, you can send me a PM on Discord to let me know that you'd like that. Ooh, what is that? Orb of Alchemy. That's our first Orb of Alchemy. So you can, of course, join our Discord if you just want to chat with other people who are like-minded and enjoy playing Path of Exile. The link to join is down below in the video description. We've got close to 1,000. I think we're up to like 995 or something members on the Discord server. So we've got almost 1,000 different people who enjoy discussing PoE and helping one another out. It's a mix of both veterans and new players. So if you're ever looking to just hang out with other like-minded people who enjoy PoE, you can do that. We, of course, do our best to try to give you all of the news about PoE on that Discord server. And then we also give you news and updates whenever there are new videos and new discussion posts that are out, hosted right here on the channel. All right, so let's get to Act 3 here. And let's go talk to... Did I not talk to Clarissa? I didn't talk to Clarissa. Oh my gosh. I didn't talk to her. I always forget to talk to her. I really wish that she got up faster. It takes her like half hour to stand up. Which is slower, Clarissa standing up or the Vol Oversoul? There we go. Okay, so now I can exit to character screen. And she'll be there in Act 3 for us. Alright, I'm going to pull up Path of Building. And Toto. Toto, if you are out there, my man. Toto00. I just sent you a message on Discord. Your build is about to get featured. So let's import your paste bin. Let's pull up your tree. All right, and we will take a look at that in just a moment. Clarissa is in town. All right, we confirmed that she is in town. We can sell some of this wonderful, delightful junk. Oh, do I have enough to finish off this animation flask yet? Yes, I do. Okay. So let's finish off the animation flask. There we go. Now that we have a flask of animation, now we can go Orb of Alteration with the flask, with the helmet. And now we can sell all this. Ta-da! +1 to level of socketed minion gems. We can roll on that. Hey, 15 fire resist. Nice. Can I get a 4-link? Oh, nope. It's already the maximum. All right, there you go. So I can roll colors on that whenever I come back next for rolling colors on that. All right, let's go take a look at some POBs. All right, so this is Toto's build. Toto's build is a Slayer, so let's take a look first off at what he's done here. As a Slayer, he's gone out and he's grabbed Overwhelm, so that gives him a base critical strike chance with weapons being 7.5, so that's quite nice. He goes and grabs Headsman and Bane of Legends, which is the improved call effect. Always gets a 2 thumbs up from me. I think that's the entire reason to play Slayer. It's at least a justifiable reason to play an Ascendancy. Any build or any Ascendancy that can just say, hey, enemies have got 20% less life because as soon as you touch them when they get there, they're dead. That's really good. And he goes for Impact, which gives increased global accuracy, increased melee strike range, and deals up to 15% more melee damage to enemies based on proximity. Okay, the question is he using Cyclone? What a stupid question. Playing Slayer. It's not, 2.0 PoE, therefore equals playing Slayer. Yeah. All right, so what is it that Toto is aiming for here? He says he needs more life without losing too much damage. That is his request. Okay. We want to get life without losing too much damage. That's the goal. All right, so our total DPS is 185,000. Total DPS, including Impale, is 272,000. AoE radius is 26. All right, so let's take a look at your tree. Your tree is level 92. You're using Deep Cuts. Good, you should. You're using Smite the Weak. 40% increased attack damage against maimed enemies. Attacks have 10% chance to maim on hit. Vicious Skewering. Attacks have 10% chance to cause bleeding. 10% chance to impale enemies. What is your impale chance right here? I forget where it is that it's calculated, so I'm going to miss it. 72%. Okay. 72% is what your total percent chance to impale is. Okay, so here's the thing. So Toto, our trees were actually like pretty eerily similar. When I was running my Cyclone Champion, I was just running it as a champion for additional impale instead of as a Slayer. You're doing it for Slayer. You get the call and you get the AoE. Couple of things that you can do. And I understand that you said you don't want to lose too much DPS here. There's a lot of life that you could pick up. Just straight up already with what you've got on your tree. Your tree right now is almost entirely dedicated to damage. The increased percentage of life that you've got on your tree is 99%. Like, that's what you've got. Yeah, I get that I can fill these out. But even when I fill these out, you're going to be at what? 125 is going to be your percentage? Is that what I'm seeing here? Where are you at? You're at 117, so you're going to be at 125 by the time we're done? 131 is where you're at? Whoops, let's get rid of this one down here. There's a small cluster that I didn't mean to touch. Yeah, you're at 131% is where you're at. That's incredibly low. I'm just saying, that's incredibly low. If you bump that up by even just a few percentage points, like here we go. Here's 4% life. That's another 100. It's almost another 100 life right there. And what's your armor go to? What's your armor at? 2,000? It's not a ton. I think I wouldn't bother. Oh, man. I think I wouldn't bother coming all the way up here to grab this jewel node. All right, let's look at your items. Before I pull apart your tree. I'm thinking about your tree. You're going to have to lose some damage if you want to get more increased life on your tree. That's just what you're going to have to do. You've got literally all of the damage nodes that you could ever want on this tree. If we get rid of this is what? How much damage do we lose? 11%. Yeah, that's taking away from deep cuts and this whole thing. I'm just giving you this as a point of reference. All right, so if you take away this entire sword wheel, you'll lose 11% of your damage. Versus taking away, where is it? A deep cuts node. Is it this one? Yeah, this one would be less. Unallocating this would take away 6% of your damage. Plus 8% from your impale. So your total DPS with impale combined, 19% damage from this deep cuts. Versus your total damage over here is 17%. So there's a 2% difference there. Like, if you want to lose those. If you lose this guy, you're losing 14%. If you lose this guy, you're losing 19%. If you lose this guy, you're losing 13%. If you lose this guy, this is a lot of quality of life right here, is for the increased area of effect, the melee strike range. But this isn't losing much damage. This is 3 points right here that you could lose. Depending on whether or not that's too big of a quality of life for you. Same thing over here. This is going to be what? 18%, 17% of your damage? Like, are you starting to see a pattern here? Like, each one of these little expansions of 3 to 7 passive points is about worth 17 to 19% of your total damage. So that's something to consider. Like if you give up any of these, it's going to be roughly equivalent to somewhere between 19 to 17% of your damage as soon as you give up any of those. This is just an obvious upgrade. It really isn't obvious. This is like a luxury thing. Having corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you is worth it in and of itself. It's good, especially if you're farming Cirrus. If you can get it on anything that's got life, that's great, but it's probably going to be like skyrocketed price, right? Same thing is true for ES builds. If you can get something that's got corrupted blood, cannot be inflicted on you, but it's got percentage ES, then that's great, but it's probably going to cost an arm and a leg. Hey, what's up, K-Trim? Welcome, welcome. Is there an ointment on the amulet that can help with damage and free up some nodes for life? Yeah, it looks like he's got Quick Step over here. Quick Step gives you increased attack speed and move speed. I would personally go for something, if you're looking for life, like Discipline and Training. That gives you 30 life, 10% increase. If you need the Ellie Res, which you don't, you could go for Cruel Preparation. There's another one over here, right? Heart of Oak. That's only 8% increased life. So I would go with something like this, Discipline and Training. Or you could get rid of this entire portion of the tree. These are 6% life nodes, so those are pretty good, but you could take Devotion as well. I plan to upgrade my amulet and don't want to put too much into life on it. Quick Step is temporary. That's totally fair. Totally fair. So when you upgrade that amulet, go for another big life node. Because even 10% more increased life on your tree is going to be quite a bit. This is what? This is only 4%, and this is worth less than 100. So 10%, it's going to be worth what? 210-ish? Okay, so let's go take a look at your items. All right, of course you're using a Starforge. Out of curiosity, did you watch Fast AF play their build? Is that why you're playing this? Maybe you're not. I know a lot of players like watching Fast AF and then try to replicate their builds. And oftentimes their builds are incredibly expensive, so it can be tough. Okay, you're using a Devotos for move speed. That's good. And attack speed and chaos resistance. That's good. Your body armor has got +1 to socketed support gems, and then it's got some life and some increased life on it. That's good. If you want to upgrade that, that's going to be another thing that you could upgrade with going for an astral plate. That'll give you increased elemental resistances across the board, so that frees up some of your other slots that you don't have to care so much. Like this particular chest piece, it's got 44 to cold resistance right now, but if you had 0 cold resistance on it, you're still over cap. Now, you wouldn't be over elemental weakness cap, but you'd still be over cap. So that's just something to consider. Also, it's an evasion-based armor, which, again, you're going for move speed here. You're going for clear speed. Like, you, at least in your post to me, you said you were looking for some life without giving up too much damage. One area that you could get that is upgrading this chest piece. Go for an astral plate. Go for top tier rolls on life, on strength, and on increased maximum life. See if you can hit that. That would be one spot. Okay, gloves. Hands of the High Templar. Curse enemies with level 12 vulnerability on hit. Hey, that's really good. And it's got 6% increased maximum life. That's really good in your glove slot. That's really good. Holy moly. Those are some really good gloves. All right, boots. All right, ladies and gentlemen of chat, what do we tell people if they have boots? And we're living in a post 3.8 world? So there's this beautiful thing called Tailwind. Tailwind helps you in so many different ways. Because you're a crit-based build, you're critting all the time. And Tailwind, for those of you who don't know what it is, I'm doing this for you guys who have no idea what Tailwind is in PoE. Tailwind is a buff that grants the character 10% increased action speed for 4 seconds. This means that when you've got, where is it? This buff, you get move speed, attack speed and cast speed. That's what it is. So it's really, really good. You should go for it. It's well worth it if you can get it on boots. If you're not going to get it on your boots because it's too expensive, I can understand it, but that's something to consider. Okay? Between your chest piece and between your boots, those are two really strong upgrades that you can get. Now, these boots are really, really fast. You got good movement speed on there. You got some good life on there. Personally, I would be looking for armor-based boots that are just armor, because you're scaling up your armor. You didn't go iron reflexes, right? Where is that? No. So you don't care about getting evasion and armor because you're not converting it over to armor. So if you can get these boots, let's go take a look real quick. Whoops, where did I go with my trade screen? If you can get these boots that have got tailwinds, life, and then let's say 250 armor, 2x is what you're looking for. That's farmable. You can go out there and farm some maps right now. That's a couple hours worth of farming if you don't have it. Now, the life isn't fantastic on these 2x. It's really low. This one actually is 50. Not bad. And it's got over 250 armor. Look at that. That's really nice. Bleedings you inflict deal damage 8% faster. It's not bad. And this has got chance to get onslaught, and it's got crafted move speed. Not bad. This has just got crafted move speed, but a lot worse rolls of life. This is 2.5x. It's got +2 to level of socketed cold gems. That's kind of random. Also 80% chance to avoid being frozen and 69 life. Again, you're looking to up your life, so I get that if we take away some of your life, that's going to be a bit of a bummer. And these boots do have a pretty good roll on them for life. 76 life is nothing to sneeze at on boots. It's pretty good. But that's going to increase your DPS and your action speed such that when you take away some of these passive points on your tree, where you're losing out on 17-ish% to 13%-ish of your damage, you're going to make up for it with your action speed. Even quality of life, if you get rid of brinksmanship, where you're losing very little damage but you're gaining some quality of life, it would be quite good. Quite good. Okay, so other than boots, your amulet, you said you want to upgrade soon, so I'm not going to talk much about this other than to say go get that upgrade. Lahop of All is giving you a bunch of attributes. Okay, and some elemental resistances. I mean, you can replace this with a steel ring. A steel ring that's going to give you much better physical damage. And it's going to have, like, what's your lowest resistance? Lightning on it? Maybe it'll have even lightning and chaos on it. And that's going to be a pretty good ring. As a replacement for Lahop of All. For your ring 2, you're using a ruby ring here. Again, you in a perfect world, you're using a steel ring that is also still giving you life. Your fire resistance is also way over cap. So the 28% to fire resistance on the implicit on that is a bit of a waste. The all elemental resistances is understandable, but okay, the Stygian Vise that you're using has got life, mana, cold resistance, lightning, and chaos. It's really good. That's really good. Yeah, the only thing that you could do to upgrade your Stygian Vise here would just be to get a Stygian Vise, but it would have it be a better Stygian Vise. It would just be more expensive. All right, that's a decent Watcher or Searching Eye. What do we got for flasks? Bleeding, quick speed, nice with adrenaline. Lion's Roar, nice. 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 Okay. And then we got a bunch of our cluster jewels. All right, so I think what I would do is just recommend for you, I would get rid of 3 things on your tree. I'd pick 3. Just pick 3. Get rid of them. Your melee area of effect damage, this brinksmanship wheel. The swift skewering you need clearly because of your impale effects. Are you using Dread Banner? You are. Okay. Here it is. So keep this one. Yeah, your Hypnotic Curio is not giving you any life over here either. Granted, it's giving you increased area of effect and damage, but again, it's not giving you any life. Like, the total amount of damage that you're getting off of this thing is what? 3.6%? When you consider that you can roll, what is that, 8 to 9% worth of HP? So that would be another thing that I would do. Either just get rid of this jewel socket altogether to save you 2 more passive points to put into life, or I would just put a jewel in there. This is fine here for life. This is a decent life node right here, 5%. I would grab this for the armor and the maximum life before I would grab this, since you don't need the all elemental resistances. So I'd put an extra passive here. I would put an extra passive. Well, you also got to decide what you're doing up here. If you get rid of this entire cluster and you go 3, 6, 7, 8, 8 passives, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then if you get rid of another 3 here, that's another passive, so that opens up the same jewel slot. So this jewel just migrates over here. And then you've got another 2 passives to put into here. The problem is that you're going to get rid of 20% of life up here, which you would need 4 passive nodes over here to make up for. But you're going to fill this whole Scion life wheel out if you get rid of those passive points. Also, I'm not so convinced on these medium jewels. This is a good jewel right here. The increased melee damage, increased global physical, increased maximum life. But I'm not convinced on the double damage stuff. Again, your damage is fantastic. Your damage is already out of this world. It's 4% there, 4% there, 7% there. If you're just looking for more HP and you want to push that 6k life, that's what I would do. Yeah, even getting rid of this Art of Gladiator, like, it's good. It's good for quality of life, but if you're just looking to pump up your life, like, you're not that far away from the Scion life wheel, and there's also a couple of different life options that you've got for you built into your tree. Even over here, this is another 5%. So this is just even 2 passive points. There's 10% right there. If you grab those, you go up from what? 5,200 to 5,400? So it's options. It's options for you. All right, Toto, it's options. You got lots of options. Okay, well, speaking of options, I've got lots of options for dinner, which Mrs. Draconis has so kindly cooked for us. So I'm going to go eat some dinner that Mrs. Draconis has so kindly cooked for us. And you guys are all going to go enjoy the rest of your day. You're going to stay safe because you're going to remember that life is hardcore. So make sure that you stay safe. Don't lose any characters. Don't rip. Don't be like me. Oh, wait. You can actually be like me today because I did not rip a character in hardcore solo self-found Delirium. We made it to Act 3 today, so that's a pretty amount of progress. And we will be back later on either this week or next week with more streaming for your enjoyment and for your pleasure. When we come back, we'll probably do some more solo self-found leveling on our crazy, stupid Scion build that we're putting together. And then, of course, we'll also help you guys out with your POBs as we can and as time allows. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I hope today is the day a Mirror of Calandra drops for you.